HomeBistro.com. Freshly prepared, home-delivered, restaurant-quality gourmet meals delivered straight to your home. Choose from over 50-plus gourmet meal options cooked by world-class chefs and delivered frozen, ready to eat within minutes and no commitment. Welcome to the one-shop gourmet food delivery, specializing in affordable options to eat right and feel great. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Every ingredient is hand-picked standard. And why you should buy from HomeBistro.com? Restaurant quality, made with natural ingredients, delivered right to your door. Overnight shopping is available. Diabetic, paleo, heart health, and vegetarian options to eat. Doing business since 1999. Courteous, knowledgeable, and professional support. Complete PCI compliant SSL security. Ordering great meals. Choose from some of my favorite dishes: the Mediterranean chicken with orange honey sauce, the charbroiled chicken romesco, or the grilled chicken breast with sweet and spicy vegetables. No matter what you choose, you can't lose with HomeBistro.com. Eat great, feel good, and save some money with HomeBistro.com. Hit the link in the description section below for more information. Located in Henderson, Nevada, BulkSupplements.com supplies over 400 pure nutritional supplements, ingredients to hundreds of thousands of consumers and manufacturers. All of their products are available from grunt tons through their online store at BulkSupplements.com. Orders received 4 noon Pacific Standard Time ship the same day. Their FDA-registered CE manufactured and distributing facility has a staff over 60 full-time employees that take pride in providing excellent customer service and producing quality for their customers. The wellness of the community is of the utmost importance to Bulk Supplements. It's dedicated to maintaining all health code and government regulation. Each supplement in their in-house laboratory before distribution, ensuring that all products are safe for consumption. For any additional testing, they utilize reputable and vetted US-based independent labs. Customer service is available 7 days a week from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time through live chat, phone, and email. Bulk Supplements products are produced in an FDA-registered and inspected manufacturing facility. So, if you want quality supplements at a quality price, Bulk Supplements is the company for you. Bulk Supplements, clean and pure bulk supplements. Check the link in the description section for information. The WhoDatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoDatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, and even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, the WhoDatDaily.com is your site. The WhoDatDaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us. Who Dat family, check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and Who Dat too.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like Q always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. Like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, Who Dat Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Drew, his slow start, was it all just a product of him missing those 4 weeks?
Look, offensively, we didn't start real well, and so it's hard to just, obviously you can point to one position, but I felt like our third down numbers weren't good enough today. I didn't feel like we ran the ball efficiently when we tried. Give Kansas City credit. We battled, but you've got to be better on third down, and when you're not, you don't have those attempts, you don't have the snaps, the time of possession, all the things you need against a good offense like that. We talk about time of possession in a game like this, and that includes converting third down. So overall, offensively, we weren't very sharp.
What did you see on Cam's ejection there?
Look, I just think there's that, we talk all the time about playing with emotion, but not emotional. They're pushing back and forth, and I see what the officials saw. They viewed it as a blow or a punch to the head, and we've just got to be smarter.
Hey, Sean, can you take us through the thought process of deciding whether you're going to try to pin the team deep in that situation late in the game versus maybe trying an onside kick?
Yeah, statistical glimpse at it. I know we're playing a good offense, but 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. You just, you weigh the percentages, and we talked about it, but had we had no timeouts or been underneath the 2-minute warning, we probably would have went the other direction. But we have 3 chances to stop the clock, and we definitely felt that was the right decision.
The sequence before halftime when the punt returner, Craig Robertson, comes up with that forced fumble and it goes out of the back of the end zone. What did you see there? And what did Alex Anzalone say to you afterward?
Nothing, man. Guys are hustling after the ball. We're trying to recover it, and we got the safety. We just didn't get the touchdown, but it was a good hustle play. That can happen sometimes.
Sean, what were your impressions of Patrick Mahomes going against him the first time?
Well, look, there's so many things he does well. The biggest challenge is when he extends plays, and so a 2.5 or 3 second route turns into a 5 or 6. It's challenging, and he does it so well to the right, to the left. He's a fantastic player.
How did the game plan change, if at all, today to put Jameis on the COVID reserve list?
Yeah, it's a good question. We took Taysom off of punt return. We left him on punt, and there was quite a bit of personnel where he was involved offensively, and so we weren't just going to not play him. I wasn't going to do that. But certainly we had to be mindful of how many snaps.
Sean, did you get an explanation from the officials on? It looked like you called a timeout to get an explanation on that ball that was caught by their offensive lineman.
Yeah, so a couple things. Basically, I think they ruled it a forward pass penalty. That can't happen on 4th down. Had it been ruled a fumble, there's a chance the ball would have been back where it occurred. So there was obviously they didn't charge the timeout, but there was a pretty long delay just sorting it out. Ruling on the field was a forward pass, and that can't be advanced on 4th down to an ineligible player like that. So it stayed fourth down. If we wanted to challenge, whether it was a fumble or not, we could have gotten the yards right there on fourth down, and they wouldn't have been able to punt. We only had one little quick snapshot of it.
Sean, how do you think your guys' defense played relative to that time of possession and how much they were on?
Man, I was proud of how we competed. I thought we flew around. I thought guys, man, against a real good offense, I thought we played our hearts out. It wasn't good enough, obviously, but I'm proud of the effort. And look, there'll be things that we look at. We have a short week here before we play on Friday. You tip your hats to a real good Kansas City team, but we go from there.
Sean,
That's Coach Payton chiming in. Big ups to the Great Saint Think Tank family members in this live stream. Much love to you and Yearn. Thank y'all for being here on this episode. Saints lose the Chiefs 32-29 Monday recap. I appreciate the Great Saint Think Tank for being here on this Monday afternoon as we get started with the stream. Coach Payton in. We will then move to our next person, which is, of course, will be Drew Brees as he talks about his day that occurred Sunday, where Drew kind of started off a little slow, and then his numbers looked pretty respectable by day's end as the Saints lose by 3 points there. But we'll pick it up and see what Drew has to say after the loss to KC. Here we go.
First, overnight, how do you feel physically this morning? And the second part is, what is your, I guess, a quick assessment of the offense now that you've had a chance to kind of digest it a little bit more?
Yeah. I feel pretty good, all things considered. Obviously day after a game, soreness, and as far as our performance yesterday, obviously a lot more to be desired. Felt like there was a lot of completions that we left out there. Opportunities to keep drives going and possess the ball and try to get points. As I look at some of the key statistics from that game, obviously the time of possession was pretty lopsided. So opportunities for us to possess the ball, wear their defense down a little bit, go down, get points, and obviously keep their offense off the field, I think would have been helpful. And then just, some of the, I think just the timing and the rhythm of the passing game, a lot of yesterday was just kind of getting the feel back, for me, honestly, especially to start. So, there were times where we got rolling. There were times where we made some big plays and did some good things, but just not quite enough.
You mentioned some of the things you wanted to correct. Short week ahead to this next game. What are some of the adjustments you guys have to make to the schedule and routine in order to accomplish that, but also be prepared for the game?
Yeah, listen, it's a short week, so there's always the challenge of, how do you get and recovery squeezed down into 5 days? And so everything's just accelerated. You got to spend a lot more time with recovery on your body, doing all those things. So I've already kind of mapped for myself, for this whole week, as has every guy. Also, as we approach practice, it's typically you might be putting shoulder pads on 1 day a week or what have you. Obviously that's not something you do on a short week like this. So, it's how do you balance the recovery, but also getting, the reps that you need in order to prepare yourself for the game. So we'll have a good plan.
Next one's from Jane Slater.
You're on mute, Jane.
All right, do we get there?
I can see your lips.
I'm bad. Go ahead, switch to the next one. I'll figure it out.
No, you're good. I can hear you.
Okay, wait, quick question. When you were talking to Coach about the desire to start this week, when did you start to feel your body was ready to go? In other words, when did you guys get those conversations going?
So, last week, so building up to Philly, again, it was when I first got hurt, just because I'd never dealt with anything like that before, and this for the ribs and the lung and that kind of thing. So, first one to be very, very proactive and try to get back out there as quickly as possible, and yet you understand that there's healing that has to take place, and so. I knew I was out for 3 games minimum. How did I get ready for Philly? Get ready for Philly. And it was very obvious during that Philly week that I was not ready. I couldn't thrilled that I wanted to, and just felt like the healing process was not, that on game day, I told myself I'm going to go out and do everything I would do pregame and kind of see where I'm at. And I felt good to the point where the game adrenaline was pumping even during the pregame in Philly, even though knowing I wasn't going to play. And I felt like, man, I got this. Next week I got this, And so I still kind of had some benchmarks that I'd hit Monday, Tuesday, just to make myself feel like felt like I had enough.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Hey, Drew, just considering that you've made it pretty clear that you're taking this on a season by season basis. Is when you're at this stage of your career, when you have to miss 4 games, than you would, in year 10 or something like
that. I don't still try to get on the field as quickly as possible. Just wired that way, and don't want to miss any time. I always want to be there to play for my teammates. Obviously knowing that, just don't know how many more opportunities I'll have. Sure.
Next one.
Has the team sort of acknowledged, or do you just keep it in mind in your own head that you want to try to figure out a way to avoid sort of the swoons that you guys have hit late in the season last year? I know it kind of came in December 2 years ago, and then last year obviously it was the first round playoff exit. You tried to pinpoint how you can peak at the right time.
Yeah, here's the thing. Every season, and there's so many factors that go into that. We're kind of in an interesting spot now because, hey, we decided to put Mike Thomas on IR, right, for 3 weeks, knowing that that'll go a long way for his ankle and what he's been battling throughout the season. We missed him for 6 weeks, and then he was back for a little. He's out for a bit. So it's that in a combination with COVID and having to deal with that and all these things. I mean, at the end of the day, you're right. Football going into the playoffs. We understand that we've sealed a playoff spot, but the most important factor right now is for us to win and win the division and continue to kind of build on and ascend going into the playoffs. And listen, I missed the last 4 weeks. I'm back into it again and get the feel and the rhythm and all that. So I think there's just a little bit of that going on right now. But at the end of the day, we're only going to get better week to week from now until the end of the season and then going into the playoffs. And so is that an emphasis? Yes, absolutely.
That's Drew, family. Drew Brees chiming in, giving his thoughts on, of course, the Saints, what happened yesterday. Saints just didn't do enough, family, to secure the win in the matchup. So big ups to the Black and Gold family. Thank y'all for being here on this edition of the Sports Coma. It's called Saints Lose 2-29. In the Monday recap, we recap it. Please hit upon the like button, family, as we up in this thing. Big ups to all the Black and Gold family members. The Great Saint Think Tank is in the building. Big ups to your brother Jerry, first in the chat. Big ups to your brother Jay. Who that to you as well? Justin Wallace, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat. Who else we got there? Torrey Shepard Sr., who that to you? Swag Fan, who that to you? Shedrick Mosley, who that to you? Deputy Mario, what's up, Deputy Mario, who that to you? Josh Goat 23, who that to you? Brian Pearson, who that to you? Ulysses Logman, Shedrick, what's up, Shedrick? Who that to you, bro? Gundam, who that to you? Madge Prime, who that to you? Let's see who else we got there. I think I gave Torrey a shout out if I didn't. Torrey Shepard, who that, bro? Tramal Kellop, who that to you as well? Straight Booming, who that to you? Revolt Control, what's up, fam? Official Johnny Rocket, who that to you? And Revolt Control, who that as well? GM Kev, who that? Tech Saint, who that says I'm no longer Tech Saint. No Saint, all right, bro, I got you. No, that's fine, bro. That's totally fine. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Tyra, who that to you, baby? T-Mama in the building. Much love to you, Tyra. And who that, baby? David Kemp, who that to you as well? Big ups to you. Let's see. Also, James Combs is in the building. Trey Joseph, who that to you? Matt Peterson, who that to you? Seem like every time our defense would make a good play in the red zone, they would flag them. Who that? You're absolutely right. They're on a mission to stop the black and gold, bro. They really are. And yesterday showed it really clearly, didn't it? Travis Daisy, who that to you? Big ups to you, Adrian. Good to see you in the chat as well, bro. Appreciate you, Adrian. Charles Mayfield, who that to you? Kelly B, who that to you? And all the family to the live stream in this episode of Tacoma. And listen, we know they got a lot of frustrated family members, man,
the red zone,
chiming in that thing. So I just want to give everybody a shout out. And I know everybody kind of a little frustrated about what's been going on, period. But listen, man, listen, we just got to make sense of it all. The Saints have 2 games left on the short week. We got the Minnesota matchup on Christmas. And then, of course, we have the matchup on the Carolina matchup at the end of the season. So a short turnaround after the KC game for Minnesota, a very meaningful game for the Saints. It's a good sign for it is that the Saints will be playing for stuff on this Christmas. And yes, we're going to bring Suede in here. Suede is in the building as well. Please hit upon the like button as we'll bring in Blaxuede. Suede, can you hear us, sir? Suede, can you hear us? Hello, Suede. All right, Suede. All right. I'm hearing you. Are you there, buddy? All right, Suede, are you in the building, my friend?
Oh man, I thought something was wrong with the phone.
It's on the line. You good, bro? You on the line now, bro. Blaxuede joined in the live stream tonight. And we got a lot going on. Devin, see who that to you as well. And before we jump right on in, family, we're going to do the statistical breakdown. We're going to go over a few facts and stats. Then after we do that, Sway to give his commentary. And then we'll open up the live chat for the family members to chime in.
What I gotta see.
Live chat for conversations, questions, whatever y'all got. After we finish breaking these questions down, we go to commercial, we come back. We'll open up the live stream for the remaining couple hours, and you guys can vent away. So big ups to the rest of the family members. That's in this thing.
Kevin said I'm still on airline.
What?
Kevin said I'm still on airline. I guess chilling with Payton.
Anyway, let's get ready, man, as we move into
Jerry can't wait to hear what I gotta say.
Okay, we gonna get you the stories so we can hear what everybody got to say. Here we go. All right, family, please hit the like button as we get ready to get going in this thing, man. Please hit upon the like button as more family members come into this thing. Recapping yesterday's matchup, 32-29, the Saints lose. They fall to 10-4, 5-2 at home. KC improves to 13-1, 8-0 on the road, which is pretty spectacular. Fans or no fans, still tough to win on the road. So I mean, listen, we just gotta improve, man. First downs, you look at the first downs, 34-15 advantage Atlanta. They more than doubled what the Saints did with the first downs. Of course, you take a look at the third downs as well. KC was 50%. The Saints was a miserable 1 for 11. That is ridiculous. And like I said, we was having this conversation tonight about really, if you look at the statistics, they kind of lied to you a bit because really, based on everything that we're seeing, the Saints should have lost this game a lot bigger than what the numbers indicate. 32-29. These statistics really throw it off. 34 first downs versus your 15. You were 1 for 11 on third down versus their 9 for 18. These people had 92 plays on you yesterday. 92. The Saints just 52. So you would think with 40 more plays than you've gotten, you think that KC would be able to put up a grander score than 32-29, which is a great thing to the Saints defense. Well, they did everything they could, to hold down Kansas City's prolific offense. I think the issue was really off into it and move a little further past. 411 total yards versus 285 advantage KC. The Saints had 14 drives versus their 13 drives. The Saints average almost a yard more than KC with yards per play, 5.5 versus 4.5. total passing yards. My homeboys had 232 versus 225 from Drew, so he didn't quite blow Drew out with the passing. It was pretty comparable, as Drew did throw more yards per pass at 6.4 versus 4.5 by my homeboys. Of course, Drew had that ill-fated pick, but the Saints got to my homeboys 4 times, minus 22. Saints just 1 sack, gave up for 9. So how bad the offensive line was playing, he still only gave up 1 sack in the matchup. But the thing that really kind of sticks out is the fact that Kansas City was able to put up 179 yards. 179 yards on the Saints defense. That's back-to-back where the running attack has literally fell through the floor. Well, since we've been holding everything together with the 56 stand of stopping people from rushing, when that went out the gate with that 200 rushing performance against Philly, KC doubled it up and said, look, they're acceptable. Let's run on them. And they did that to the tune of 179 rushing yards, which is a bit of concerning for me that the Saints, since giving that up, have totally fell apart in that regard. So we got to get that fixed. Them people ran 41 times against you. All right. Now, 179 rushing by the Chiefs versus 60 yards by the Saints. 60 rushing yards off of 17 pass rushes. They went the Max Kellerman route to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You're going to need the running attack. And even as powerful as KC was in terms of 47 pass attempts, they still ran the ball 41 times. You know, that says a lot. But anyway, 4.4 on the carry KC had versus the Saints 3.5. Red zones 4 out of 5. Saints with 3-4. And of course, the penalties as Kansas City 5 of 54. The Saints had 10 penalties for 93 yards, including the Cam Jordan ejection. That really hurt. You don't get home field cooking. You don't get any of that. And if anything, it should have been flip-flopped in that. But like I've been telling y'all, the referees are to call everything against you to hurt you, to stop you, so then Tampa Bay can sneak ahead of you and steal that division. That's why you still haven't been allowed to win the division. Everybody in it, including Kansas City, who you got 1 game left with the season finale, which shouldn't mean anything because them.
You mean Carolina?
I said.
You said Kansas City.
Yeah, my bad. Carolina. Thank you, Sweet. All right, so what you got Carolina left at the back end of that thing, which shouldn't matter because Carolina's eliminated. They've been eliminated. They were eliminated the week before we eliminated Atlanta. So rightfully,
they put a whole extra team in the playoffs for Tampa Bay.
I know that's the whole grand plan, and I've been laying that out to the family members. That's why the Saints have been kept from claiming the NFC South crown. There is no logical reason why the crown shouldn't be yours. You need one more win. No, it shouldn't be. You need one more win. You've already beat everybody in that division. And the only team left that you already beat, you have a remaining game, is eliminated. So it should be yours. But they holding it open so that Tampa Bay sneak ahead of you. And listen, if you've been watching KC, have been helping Kansas City win games. They helped them win the matchup against Atlanta yesterday, which Atlanta should have beat that team. Well, Tampa Bay has been for them. And the rest been holding you back, as you seen yesterday. Calling touchdowns.
You cheated for Tampa Bay, bro. You got Kansas City on your brain.
They cheated for Tampa Bay.
They cheated for Tampa Bay yesterday.
And they cheated for Tampa Bay yesterday, and they cheated for Kansas City yesterday, Swade.
Oh, yeah, they did that. But you were talking about the Atlantic, and you said Kansas City.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm listen, you're right. I do have Atlanta Kansas City on the brain. I keep saying that. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The division, logically speaking, last year you'd have claimed the division after you beat the Atlanta Falcons in the second matchup. It would have been yours. The fact that they're holding it back from you is no logical reason why you shouldn't have already clinched after that second Atlanta Falcon game. Carolina is eliminated. And I keep telling y'all because they're holding that spot open for Tampa Bay. They even created like Sway said, that extra spot for Tampa Bay to get in there with Tampa Bay.
For Tom Brady.
I mean, all this is an attempt to help him out. The only way to mess it up is you got to do what you're supposed to do and win these games when you have an opportunity to do it. Because like I've been saying, you think it's a game? These referees are working against you. In this last matchup, they called the touchdown. There was a touchdown, no touchdown, where you can obviously see Taysom Hill reaching the goalpost. And they went and looked at it and said they are purposefully trying to stop the black and gold to give Tampa Bay an advantage in there. Now it looks like you're bit out of a reach for the top seed. Who knows? Green Bay won again, so they extend past you a little further. If you lose, now you got a desperation win that you got to come up with against Minnesota. It's also desperate. So penalties, as you can see, 10 penalties for 93 yards. A turnover apiece between both teams in the matchup. The possession is another thing. When you hold the ball for 41 minutes and 14 seconds against another team, you should beat them by double digits, which is why I'm telling you the statistics in this game is quite deceiving. When a team run for 179 yards on you and they attempt 41 rushes and have 4.4 yards per rush, they should beat you by double digits. So 41 minutes of clock management by Kansas City, 92 total plays that they ran, and they only was able to beat you by 32-29. Do you see what I'm getting on here? All right.
I love it.
Okay, now let's move on to the individual statistics for the here as we keep on moving. Drew Brees started off 0 for 6, but ultimately, when the game ended, Drew had respectable numbers if you take a look at it. 15 out of 34 for 234, 7 yards per throw, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, sacked just once. He had a QB rating of 23.6, but a rating of 84.7. Respectable numbers for Drew Brees in his first game back out the icebox. You got to give him that. 3 touchdowns, 15 to 34. Started slow, but toward the back end of the game, picked up his production, made it competitive. But, seems like he was the only thing. If we had the help of the rushing game a little more, so I think that balance would have helped tip the scales in our favor against the Chiefs. Alvin Kamara, 11 carries in a matchup of 54 yards. He averaged 5 yards per rush. Hill 2, once again, Latavius Murray not getting anything. Latavius Murray, 4 carries, just 3 yards in the matchup yesterday. Although the few rushes that Latavius had, one of them I looked on tape, looked like he made the wrong cut to the wrong side. He didn't follow his fullback to the right where he needed to go. He took the left and he got tackled. Usually that means that the running back took the wrong path. He was supposed to follow the blocker. He went the opposite way and he got ate up by a bunch of Kansas City defenders. But that's 4 carries today in this game. The last 3 games have been quite laughable as Latavius Murray's reps keep going down game by game, and he had 4 of them yesterday. Receiving people, Emmanuel Sanders. Just a second here, family. All right, hold on. This stupid commercial.
Unity.
All right.
Unity.
All right, 4 catches for 76 yards off of 5 targets by Emmanuel Sanders. Alvin Kamara had 3 catches for 40 yards and a score off of 6 targets. Jordan Humphrey, 2 catches off of 4 targets for 29 yards and that score. Nice adjustment in the end zone for that catch. Jared Cook, the 10-man, didn't look all that good in this one. 2 times he caught the ball off of 5 targets for 29 yards, 14.5 per catch. Latavius caught 2, which he barreled 24 yards for a touchdown in the game. Traquan Smith thrown that twice, had 1 for 25. The fullback Burton made 1 catch as well in the matchup. And Taysom was thrown at. He didn't get any catches. And, of course, Juwan Johnson was thrown at 4 times and didn't get a ball. He struggled in the matchup. All right, and then you look at the defense. Demario Davis was the top dude with 15 tackles on the night. Malcolm Jenkins was 12 double-digit numbers for both our defenders. Jack Rabbit had 6. Quine had 6. 5 for Laddie Daddy. 5 for Tuttle and 5 for David Onyemata. And, of course, 2 sacks by Trey Hendrickson in the matchup. Trey had 2 sacks in the matchup as well. And, of course, you can get Carl Granderson 1 as Trey Hendrickson keeps balling. Trey Hendrickson's been absolutely excellent in his contest. Not too much to report from the return game. Tommy Lee did have 1 nice kick return for 34 yards, and that was basically toward the into halftime. Tommy Lee also returned 2 punts, 13 yards apiece, 26 altogether. And then Will Lutz didn't get involved. He kicked 3 extra points, no field goal attempts. Thomas Morstead, 8 punts, 378, averaged 47.3 per punt, and put 1 punt of the 820. The longest he had was a 51-yarder. So as you can see, 8 punts was a busy day for Tommy Morstead in the matchup. Patrick Mahomes on the other side. Like I said, we covered when he threw 26 of 47, 254, 3 touchdowns. He was sacked 4 times. They said 4 times in the matchup. Who was the 4th time? I know Trey Hendrickson got 1. Carl Granderson got 1. Who was the 4th guy? Who was the 4th sack?
The 4th sack. Who you said?
Trey Hendrickson. You said it was Kim? It was Trey Hendrickson and Carl Granderson. They saying 4. I think that they said 4 times. I'm thinking they're saying he got sacked 4 times, but I don't know.
Did.
Yeah, but who's the fourth one? I just named 2. I don't remember the other guy. Y'all can ask in the chat if y'all remember who got the other sack. I know 2 of them was Trey Hendrickson, the other was Carl Granderson. They're saying it's 4 sack. What was the 4th sack? Y'all let me know if y'all seen it, if y'all remember. Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the running game, 14 carries for 79 yards. He was averaging over 5 yards before he got hurt. Le'Veon Bell was killing the Saints, 252 yards, 4 yards in the score. He was hurt, and you think that was it? Nope. Patrick Mahomes boys got involved. 7 scrambles, 37 yards, 5.3 a rush.
They put a good licking on that boy.
They did, but that show you how tough Mahomes boys was. He took it and kept on going. 41 carries altogether, 179 for the Kansas City running game against the Saints' faulty run defense. 4.4 on the carry, 1 touchdown. Travis Kelce was basically limited in this game. He had 8 catches for 68 yards off of 12 targets. Sammy Watkins, 4 catches, 60 yards, no scores. Tyreek Hill, 6 catches, 53 yards, 1 score off of 10. Demarcus Robinson, 2 catches, 27 yards. Mecole Hardman, 3 catches, 22 yards, and a score. But if you look at the statistics here, the Saints did not allow a pass over 23 yards by the Kansas City defense. So that's quite a few things.
Trey Hendrickson had 2 sacks.
I know I said that. Trey Hendrickson had 2.
And,
Granderson had 1.
Right. And you don't know who had the other. They don't have one.
All right. So keep going. But like I said, toward it, a big thing that could be looked at upon the future when people are going to use this to neutralize the Kansas City Chiefs. If anything, the Saints gave the NFL a recipe how to keep the production of the Kansas City Chiefs offense down. They limited their prolific attack to throwing the ball. Yards is the farthest that Mahomes was able to throw.
Right.
23 yards. So I mean, they did neutralize the rushing attack and basically held this team to a touchdown per contest.
Right, because they were at the same statistics that we were in.
Not to mention,
so they played for their deep ball.
Well, the really impressive part, Swade, is 92 plays, bro. 92 plays.
That's very impressive.
And 47
That's not. You know what? Those numbers are that's impressive, and it's almost ridiculous, especially if you're a Saints fan. But the most impressive, in my opinion, is that through all that foolishness and how awful we kind of looked out there, we lost by 3 to the Super Bowl champion without our star receiver.
Right. And I'm making points about that, but it's a lot of points, and I've noticed that when we was breaking that down, that's why I'm making mention and the pros and the cons of things that need to be fixed. The rushing defense of the Saints all of a sudden has taken a real terrible spin, and you can't help but to attribute that to the loss of Malcolm Brown. As soon as he left out of there, they've been falling through the flow, which is strange because when he got hurt early in the year, they still was able to stop people from running the ball. But, now as of late, we've just become a leaky sieve type defense that you can run on now. 200 yards against, that was on you by the Eagles, and now 179. And they would have put up 200 yards on you had not Clyde that was. So, I mean, we are a team, man, that have to fix that. But it's a lot of pluses. The secondary did a lot of great work, despite the fact that we surrendered 254 and 3 touchdowns to the Chiefs, but you still suppressed them to just 3 touchdowns, which is a touchdown a quarter. And if the Saints wouldn't have gotten in their own way in terms of offense, we would end up coming up with this matchup. Now let's get to the drive summary, what I want to show. This is the drive summary right here that's showing you the first quarter of the drives and what we looking like. The first quarter, we continue to stumble out the gate. As you can see, KC, the first drive, the Saints made them punt. Then the Saints had 3 plays, and they went 3 and out and punted. Then they came back, made the Chiefs punt in 4 plays. The Saints then came back and threw an interception. Gave the ball back to him. Drew Brees came in had 3 plays for 5 yards, and the drive lasted less than a minute. And then they threw an interception, in which KC then gets the ball, takes it, 36 yards and scores 7-0. Come back with it after that. Saints go 3 and out, punt the ball again. 119 is to try to drive last. Now, I'm giving you the time references because the first drive, 3 plays and out, you ain't even spend a minute. It was 51 seconds on that first punt. That interception was 46 seconds. Then the third drive you had was a 100. What was a minute and 19 drive. Went 3 plays and out. In 6 yards, nothing.
Keep them off the field.
Right. But say you had 119, so not really too much time for the Saints defense to rest. So what happens? KC gets the ball after the Saints go 3 and out. They score a touchdown on 11 plays. They go 80 yards, eat up 5 minutes. So we 14-0 right now with the Chiefs up top. Second quarter, right? Saints started the second quarter, 3 and out. -6. They didn't get any yards. They went -6 on the possession for a minute and 34. Kick it back to KC. What the defense do? Make the Chiefs punt in 3 possessions in 23 seconds with the ball. The Saints,
23 seconds.
The Saints get the ball back. They march 66 yards in 2 minutes and 40 seconds and go 14-7 with that play. What happens after that? 8 plays later, the KC Chiefs punt the ball after having it for almost 5 minutes, and they went 34 yards. The Saints make them punt the ball. The problem was the Saints didn't do nothing with it. When this ball back, they went 5 plays, ate up 230 off the 2 minutes and 30 seconds for 18 yards, and then punted the ball after 5 plays. Then the defense in 6 plays held KC to less than 2 minutes in that drive, forcing Kansas City's offense to punt. Then the Saints punted it after 4 plays, 13. It's just a punt all the way. Now, don't forget the fact that the Saints did get a safety in there that they're not mentioning right here. There was a safety that the Saints did get in between this play that the drive summary is not mentioned. That's why it jumps from that to 14-9. And then, of course, we go into the halftime. So do you look at it, drive, you got the Saints plays go like this. First drive, punt. Second drive, interception. Third drive, punt. Fifth drive, touchdown. 6th drive, punt. 7th drive, punt. 8, and then it's halftime. So punt didn't look good at all as you was punting your ass off in the first half. Then, of course, the third quarter comes. Saints open up the third quarter like they've been doing a lot of these third quarters with a touchdown. They went 51 yards on that quick strike to get down the field. And then, of course, within less than 2 minutes, they scored. And then they went up in the game 15-14. The problem was KC came back the next drive and put a touchdown up. They marched 75 yards up the field on the Saints. Had less than 5 minutes. They held the ball for 9 plays, scored. They went up 21-15, and then you would never see the lead again. Right after the Chiefs.
Hold on, Q.
Yes, sir.
May I add, bro? That was, in my opinion, that touchdown that KC came down and there was like a play that no one. That's the one Hardman caught in the corner of the end zone. You remember that?
That last play?
Yeah, that first touchdown KC made coming back from the half, where it was a broken down play and he threw the ball and it looked like he threw it away.
It's the pass to Hardman.
And Hardman with the toe drag swag.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know what? It's not like it was like that was a tough I can't even say they were beat. It's like they did everything they had to do, but I hate to say luck. But anybody can fall. It can happen to anybody.
Them guys, I don't know if they say they're lucky, but they look a little bit. They're leaning more side on the lucky than me, because my homeboys ran.
And he got a lot of trick plays with him, dude.
But he rolled.
They relied on a lot of trick
I know,
plays.
but you got to be ready for that, because them same trick plays, they were using them in previous games. Sway, like that quick shovel pass to Kels. They've done that before.
Yep.
You got to be ready for that kind of stuff from Kansas City.
Yep.
But toe drag swag by Hardman was a fantastic catch. But when they rolled, the play was designed for Mahomes to roll out to his left. And he rolled out to his left and met Hardman and threw it from that angle. Now, had he thrown it from the vision of where the play wouldn't have worked, but he was actually right along the sideline throwing that ball.
Angle.
Right, and he softly put it right there. So, I mean, you got to credit them. Really good this matchup. And, of course, touchdown there, like I said, with Hardman. Then the Saints came back after they were down 21-15 and punted. They went 3 and out for less than a minute and punted it back to the defense to hold down KC. And what did they do after that? The Kansas City held the ball for almost 3 minutes. The Saints defense forced them to punt. The Saints offense get the ball back. 3 and out again, punt. Then after that, touchdown. Okay, I mean, they had the ball for less than a minute. Less than a minute. They had it for 59 seconds. 3 plays, punted. So that's back-to-back punt possessions after the touchdown by New Orleans. Go ahead, Swade.
No, you said a touchdown by Kansas City. If I'm not mistaken, that was the same touchdown. I think Cam was ejected, and then they scored right after he got ejected. Am I correct? Is that the touchdown?
That touchdown that I'm talking about that they punted on after the punt. The next touchdown is when Mahomes went to the right end.
Le'Veon Bell.
And he got Le'Veon Bell right there for 12 yards. Right.
Right. Got ejected, and the right side, it went straight to where he left from.
Right.
On the next play.
So
it was a smart move.
29-15 after that score, and then that ended the third quarter with the Saints at 29-15. And of course, the Saints will not score. Well, I mean, 29-15, what the score was going into the fourth quarter. The Saints opened the fourth quarter up with a punt. So they went 3 and out in the fourth quarter. See, this, man, because if you look at how just unsatisfying it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 punts in this matchup. Well, they're saying 8. Morstead had 8 punts in the matchup. But that's too much, man. The Saints was punting, and they were struggling all over the place. Even punted multiple times in the third, and then the start of the fourth, they started with punting the ball back off to the defense. I'm giving you the time references of how long the offense has held the ball, because this is a tremendous strain to put on your defense for the offense to keep going 3 and out. And it's a minute, and then the defense still held this team to 3 touchdowns, not counting the extra little few points they were able to muster. But after the first punt, after that, then KC gets forced to fumble. Remember, the Saints get the fumble. The KC fumbles the ball. The Saints get the ball back. Brees has the pass to Kamara for a touchdown, makes it 29-22. And then, of course, after that drive, the Saints were able to stop KC's defense. And then that touchdown drive by the Saints was just 1:13. So they didn't have a really prolonged drive, which helped the defense to gain race. Right. So field goals, 10. They had look what the defense did right after that touchdown. The Chiefs went 10 plays, ate up 5 minutes and 25 seconds. The defense forced them to kick a 22-yard field goal. The next possession, the Saints scored a touchdown, and that was from Drew Brees to Jordan Humphrey for 17 yards, made it 32-29, and that's where the game ended as KC was able to run out the clock. So you see 8 punts throughout the game, not just in the first half of the game, but you get into the third portions of the game. It was multiple punts. The fourth quarter, they punted at the start of the fourth, despite scoring 2 touchdowns in the fourth. Still wasn't enough. Too many mistakes made. Too many opportunities squandered in the matchup. And ultimately, what happens? We come up short. Now let's go to the next story here. We're going to get through this. Of course, Saints defensive end Cam Jordan ejected for throwing punch, takes blame for loss to the Chiefs. Now, this is from Jason Owens from Yahoo. He's saying that the Saints suffered a close loss to the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday in a game that could have swung on multiple plays. Cam Jordan believes that he personally cost the Saints the game with a play that they got him ejected in the fourth quarter. With the Chiefs leading 21-15 with 13:55 remaining, Jordan was ejected for punching Kansas City offensive lineman Andre Wiley in the helmet. The Saints defensive end also drew a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for the incident that happened as Jordan was enraged with Wiley while rushing Patrick Mahomes. And of course, and this is what you see Jeff Nowak says. He says Cam Jordan gets called for unnecessary roughness here. Looked like he was trying to fight off his block and his arm got up high. He called it a punch. He's ejected. I mean, wow. You would have never seen that nowhere else ever. If you see Cam Jordan right here, he's freeing up his arm. He was still trying to make a move. They called the pet. But if this, look at him. Look at I'm showing them right here on screen. Look at the offensive lineman got Cam's shirt. And Cam trying to fight him off. Hole in his
But they
shirt.
can't see that.
Don't see
They
that.
can't see that.
Look at the hand. Look at his hands. That he's Cam's shirt, and Cam trying to get him off because look at him. He's got his shirt and hole in his shirt.
But you ain't see that.
They didn't see that part, but they seen
you saw
him.
the punch.
Right. And like I keep saying, nobody's that's blind. They willfully doing that to stop the Saints. They throwing penalties. Did anybody see in the game yesterday when they threw a flag, and then when you see that Kansas City had a successful catch or whatever it was, they went and picked the flag up. That was a precautionary, and they said where there was no foul on the play, they picked up the flag. That flag was there just in case Kansas City didn't make that catch. There would have been a holding penalty, or there'd have been a penalty against you to ensure that they moved the ball. Did anybody catch that yesterday? Did anybody catch that yesterday when the referees threw the flag and then they came back and said there's no foul on the play because Kansas City had made the catch? Do y'all remember that? Because I'm just documenting to people out there to let them know that the referees are involved in corrupt operations out here to stop the black and gold.
Hold on, Q. And it's not to say, that we did not play a bad game. That it kind of we know that helped along with, but it is obvious that these refs are against us, man.
I keep saying it. Look at Cam, and I keep replaying the snippet right here. Look at him come out of the block. He's grabbing Cam's jersey and held it the whole way. Cam pushes him off him, but they don't see that. But they see Cam fighting off, and it wasn't personal because look, he throws him, pushes him, and then smooths and slide and makes him move a football move back to the play. If he was fighting him and really fighting him, he would have stood there and went blow for blow for him. Look, Cam spins off of him to get back around to the play. So he wasn't throwing the punch, and then the referee says, okay, there it is. That's what kind of stuff you got going on. And that's why I keep telling y'all that the NFL uses the referees. The way it works is you got guys that the league is, a lot of these games are manipulated through the referees. Then a player, then it's usually it's somebody on the field, not everybody, but one or two people that all of a sudden go into a weird, mysterious slump or start doing really erroneous stuff. It's like it's not hard to tell, but it's a few people on the field. It's not everybody, but it's most certainly the referees. That's how they manipulate the game. You can't criticize the referees despite the fact that they're dead wrong. The home cooking thing, people say, okay, the refs give you home cooking. Where was your goddamn home cooking at yesterday? You didn't get any home cooking because they're trying to stop you so that Kansas City can get ahead of you and claim the division so they can get your spot. So, I mean, it's you can beat them because it's not infallible. You can beat corrupt, stinking, rotten, dirty dogs. Just handle your damn business. And this is from Cam. So let's move to the next one. And here's from Saints Newswire saying Marcus Williams initially diagnosed with a low ankle sprain. Of course, Marcus Williams in the matchup, he got a little issue. Here's a bit of good news that the Saints close to the loss. They lost close to the Chiefs. And Ian Rappaport reports the Saints safety Marcus avoided a serious injury after exiting Sunday's game, what has initially been diagnosed as a low ankle sprain. Now, Williams, let's see here. Williams is scheduled to have more tests on Monday, but that's as positive as you can hope for at first blush. He initially couldn't put any weight on his right leg after his cleats appeared to catch in the turf. As he tried to reel in an errant Patrick Mahomes throw, he should have had that interception. And through Williams was seen jogging on the sideline. Dodging any serious threatened injuries like a ruptured Achilles or a high ankle sprain should be seen as a big win for Williams and the Saints defense as a whole. He settled in very well after a rough start to the year and created several big pass breakups. He had a really nice shot on Hardman, I think that was. He also intercepted Mahomes early on, though it was wiped out by a penalty. They stole that from him. And then he had an opportunity to get another pick in which he didn't drop it, and that's when he got hurt on the play. He remains tied for the team lead in interceptions with 3. He went into week 15 having logged more defensive snaps, 814, than any other Saint. He'll be a big loss, even if the Saints have veterans waiting in the wings on the depth chart. For now, we assume that the defensive backs, Williams and Swearinger, will fill in for Williams until he's cleared to return. that was the approach the Saints took mid-game on Sunday, and it worked well enough as a quick fix. Maybe they can come up with something different after a week's practice, but we shouldn't assume that Williams is going to miss an extended time as his condition is as minor as it's been first reported. So if y'all was asking about Marcus Williams' status, initially diagnosed with low ankle sprain, we'll know more as the week progresses.
Rob, what's wrong with Andrew Pete? Andrews Pete, man. Andrews Pete.
Andrews Pete is, man, listen. It was a ankle. Sam was wrong with Andrews, and they walked him back to the locker room to get him taped. But you he was supposed to go back to the locker room to get taped to bring his ankle. He came back in, but he didn't look good against the Eagles. He didn't look good against the Chiefs. And to be honest with you, I think that ankle issue is a lot more cumbersome than what it is. And I think Andrews Pete is down until he's totally healthy. I think the next couple of games they should sit him down because he's not looking really good, especially over these last 2 games.
If you have an ankle issue, ankle problems and being an offensive lineman do not go hand in hand.
Yeah, he
you
can't
need every bit of your leg strength to be an offensive lineman.
Plant and push, man.
Right.
Go ahead, Swade. You said and.
No. You just need every bit of all of your leg from hip to knee to ankle. And if any of them things is not helping, man, you got 300 plus guys trying you, dude. You need all your stability to be able to handle that weight. And if you have ankle problems and you can't lean on that ankle like you're supposed to, man, you're not good. So it would be good for him to sit down a couple weeks, and get to 100%, man.
Yeah,
get ready for the playoffs.
I agree, Sway, because the last 2 games, man, he has not looked good, man. Not at all, and I think he's still kind of banged up. He's still dealing with ankle, all kind of issues. And I think he need to sit down for a little bit. Let him sit down and get healthy again. That's my call on it. But let's look at some good stuff. And ties Aaron Donald for the NFL sack lead on fewer snaps, and of course Trey Hendrickson. He got the Mahomes boys. He beat Eric Winston like he was like he owed the money in the matchup, and he was able to get to Patrick Mahomes boys twice on some sacks, and one really nasty sack where he hit him and crunched him up. Tough Mahomes boys was. Mahomes boys came back and stayed in the matchup. The breakout year of Trey Hendrickson has continued with the New Orleans Saints pass rush sacks to the season total after week's 15 game with KC's up to 12.5 sacks on the year so far. Good enough to tie with the Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald for the most in the NFL, the most improbable player to be a sack leader at this point. If I was to tell you, it would be Trey Hendrickson. Stop smoking the hopium. They aren't alone at the top, though. Hendrickson and Donald are tied for 12.5. They've trailed closely by Steelers linebacker T.J. Watt and Green Bay defender Zadarius Smith. Now, Watt is scheduled to face the Bengals on Monday night, so he'll have a shot at taking that lead. Now, what's most impressive about that is that Hendrickson has achieved his high sack total on fewest opportunities in the group, as pointed out by Nick Underhill. He's the only player out these top 4 sack artists to see less than 400 pass rush snaps. Hendrickson has 353. The closest guy has 432. Everybody else a lot higher. So that's very good. Trey Hendrickson beating those one-on-ones. It'll be fascinating to see who ends up on the top at the end, but Hendrickson doing more with less than his competition is noteworthy. However, he could be unavailable for Week 16 matchups with the Vikings. As reported, he suffered a nerve injury common in contact sports late in Sunday's Chiefs game. He might be able to return in time for Friday's kickoff, but the short week of recovery time could keep him inactive. We'll know more once the first Saints injury report is released, so watch out. So family. So what I'm just relaying to the family members is Marcus Williams has an issue, low ankle sprain, and now Trey Hendrickson, we knew he was holding his arm and he got a stinger, so we might be without him on this short week against the Vikings. So, we'll see how that shakes.
Boy, Trey Hendrickson a damn dog. That boy a whole rock wall out here.
He doing it. If Trey Hendrickson.
Then he did. That boy got the first sack. He got in the first sack, and then that boy was pointing at pointing at somebody. As I don't know if he was taunting him or saying, "You better watch what you're doing." Or
No,
he
was pointing at that lineman because the linemen were doing a lot of holding. Even in the picture that I got on the screen, you can see number 72 is holding him right there. He's grabbing his right arm.
So he came back and did it again.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Man, this boy hit the dog, but he just coming to life this year, bro."
Yeah, he is. He's been spectacular, man. I mean, I gotta give Trey all the credit in the world, and hopefully he can finish out the entire year. He had a stinger there after he crunched up Mahomes boys, but man,
what the hell is a stinger?
It's a nerve issue, man. Like you know how you get like a striking pain in your arm or your leg that like hurt like hell.
You're right, but shit.
That's what happened.
You can still play against the Vikings, bro.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. And we'll see how it goes. All right, and then of course, that'll cover all our items. So the quick recap to go over with, we finished recapping the statistics, both team and individual statistics. Went through the article. Cam ejected for throwing punch, take blame for loss against the Chiefs. We also covered Marcus Williams, initially diagnosed with a low ankle sprain. And of course, Trey Hendrickson, who's tied with this NFL lead with sacks, but also his stinger might keep him out of the Minnesota Christmas Day game. It could. We'll see. We don't know that quite yet, so we'll see how it shakes, but we'll see. All right. Big ups to the family members. Thank y'all for being here on the Sports Coma. Much love to y'all in the chat. Big ups to all the family members as we keep this thing rolling and shaking and baking. Also, like I said on the line, we got Blaxuede chiming in here. He'll be with us for the summation of the show. Now that we got all the news covered, the summation. That's right. Situationals. So I mean, so we'll keep moving on in this show, and we'll come back on the other side of the break. Family, we'll open up the line for communication for you guys to chime in, to get your word in on. A lot of people gonna want to vent. You'll get your opportunity on the other side of the break to vent your frustrations about the Saints' loss, close loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. You can have questions for me or Blaxuede. Let us know how you feel. All right, so we'll take that break, family. When we come back on, please hit the like button right now, family. Please hit the like button. If you hadn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Help out the show big time if you're a subscriber. And I mean, if you're a person who hadn't hit the subscribe and get notification from us. And I appreciate all the family members for being here. So we'll take a few minutes on break and we'll return with your questions, comments, and everything on the other side of the break. So stay with us. Hit the like button. Who that tell you? Live clean, eat cleaner. The only natural and patented produce wash. Eat cleanless, odorless, and lab-tested line of food wash and wipes that is up to 99.9% more effective than water in cleaning wax. The only natural patented produce wash in a 14-day study applying Eat Cleaner all-natural fruit vegetable wash to a variety of fruit and 100 pure guaranteed vegetables. Also prolongs shelf life up to 5 times longer through a natural blend of fruit acids and antioxidants. This can help save your family on average of over $500 per year, reducing waste and making it easy to get your half plate of fruit and vegetables each day. Eat Cleaner, a wide variety of solutions for food safety and shelf life extension for consumers, retailers, food service, and operators. USDA bio-based, OMRI listed for use on organic produce, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, made in the USA, lab-proven, and patented. So if you want cleaner fruits and veggies, try Eat Cleaner. Check the link in the description section below.
Tea is your escape. It's your opportunity to create a moment for stillness, for reflection, for yourself. It's your connection to a world of senses, flavors both exotic and familiar, energizing and relaxing. It's your retreat from an increasingly turbulent world. It's the perfect paradox of simplicity and complexity. Teabox.com connects tea to people, uniting the richest flavors of the finest teas with the curious, the cultivated, and the adventurous all over the world. The freshest tea you've ever tasted, from crop to cup. There's simply no simpler way to experience the wonderful complexity of tea. Teabox packs tea thrives on freshness, and so do they. T-Box temperature and humidity control facility ensure that tea is maintained. The teas themselves go into oblique bags with aluminum layers that protect them from excess moisture. And like with T-Box, shopping for fresh, loose leaf tea is easy because you make an informed purchase. You know exactly where your tea is coming from. So for the freshest teas in the world, check out tbox.com. That's right, tbox.com. Check the link in the description section below.
Are you a boxing fan? Check out Ring Kings Boxing only on the PRO Media Network.
The Kleins family has been getting people old nuts since 1995. As legends have it, a number of the Kleins friends who heard the idea said you can go nuts trying to name a store like that. Any excitement, the Kleins thought their friends said old nuts instead of go nuts and proceeded to throw caution to the wind. Old Nuts has over 2,000 items, bulk and wholesale prices of a whole lot of your favorite fruits and fashions, a selection of gift baskets for any budget, any occasion, and provides one of the best and impressively rated shopping experiences on the web. Fact, election service, speed, or their online presence in the virtual mirror retail experience. They have developed an enviable client base that's comprised of personal and professional customers who count on their remarkable range of gift baskets. Think of gift basket, think about Old Nuts. Check them out, oldnuts.com. Check the link in the description section.
Go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers. Tiger talk. Go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers. Tough Tiger talk. Go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers, go Tigers. Tough Tiger talk.
To everybody in the Great Saint Think Tank, appreciate the family members for being in the live stream. We back off a break. In the chat, in the link we got in the chat, the link to get on the show is available in the chat right now, family. So if you want to pop on that thing, hit the link, pop on there. We'll be with you for the summation to about, I say we'll be with you guys up until 8:30, 9 o'clock, no o'clock today on the show. So if you want to voice your opinions, if you got questions for me or Swade, you can pop in on the show or you can drop them in the Jim Kev. Thank you for posting of the links, my friend. Appreciate that for doing that. It really helps us out. It helps the family find the stuff that they looking for. So in the description section. So thank you, GM Kev. Big ups to all the family members as well in the chat. Much love to you guys. Thank y'all for being here. Comments, Uncle Paula and the rest of everybody's in there. Hold'em Hook TV. Good to see you, Mike. What's happening? The True Hurts in the building. Who that? Robert Clark. Big ups to you. He says, what do you have on wide receiver Johnson? I heard he like wide receiver Coleman. Hope you ain't saying Brandon Coleman. Jawan Johnson, in my opinion. Right, Jawan Johnson, in my opinion, man, he didn't look good in yesterday's matchup. He was targeted a bunch of times. He didn't come down with the ball, but he's still a young wide receiver, man, you know, and he just need a little bit more time to develop. But I think he's a player, to be honest with you. It just take a little time. 985 Live, what's happening, fam? Is in the building as well. VB Saints lady, what's up, family? Good to see you in the chat. She says, can't stick with a run winning king. Something is radically wrong with the O-line. They can't poke a hole through aluminum foil. Where's the running back supposed to go, says VB Saints lady. You know, and running to Andrews Pete's side is problematic. But that's why you have to use a fullback and tight ends, and you got to be able to run that thing consistently and power it through. And Andrews needs to be pulled off of that for real, because he's way too banged up, man. He's been giving up and looking terrible 2 games, and I think he needs to sit down for a few games and get healed up, man. He's not looking good, man, on that side. And of course, Cesar Ruiz had got a penalty on him. So the Saints line looking a bit banged up, especially Andrews Pete, man. Need to sit him down for a while, man. He's too hurt to help, to be honest with you, man. He gets put his ankles given away. He can't help us that way. You got to sit the kid down, man. Dave, who that to you? Dave Perez says, ref Saints, it's just like, he says, just the way it is. Jordan's got to play smarter. He threw a closed fist. Refs are garbage, but he did it. That's true. And you gave him a reason to do it. You're right. Thank you, Dave, on that. And that's why Cam didn't complain about it. He just took credit for the loss. But I tell you what, Cam Jordan, and at the end of the day, he's going to fight to get back and get back to form. And he's going to make it right for the Who Dat Nation. So, man, y'all don't be too down on Cam, man. You know, the guy was holding them, but you don't hear none of the commentators who keep playing that exit of that film, that piece of film, and they don't mention nothing the fact that how Wiley is holding him, has his right hand on Cam's jersey and holding the jersey while Cam is trying to break free. None of that's mentioned by the commentators or not. They just absolutely just are a bunch of blind dogs. Tell the truth. They blind, corrupt, rotten, underhanded dogs. That's what I'm calling them, Swade, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm looking at the comments. Well, first of all, what's up, Black and Gold family? I'm so glad to see y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I see y'all, you know, I love to smile. But I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at, I don't know, that's Madge Prime. What's up, Madge Prime? My man Madge Prime, and now this is the stuff I've been talking about, people, right here. My people Prime said, if we don't make the Super Bowl, Payton out of town. Is what he said.
And of course, Swade is totally against that.
Right. Of course I am against that. Because you know what, Q, you said it earlier. You said, well, Swade, it's all because of what have you done for me lately. And I said, Q, you know what I'm saying? You can't stay married like that, man. You're going to have your ups and downs. Let me tell you something, man. The Saints are 10-4 and guaranteed in the Super Bowl, okay? We had 2 games in a row. The last 2 losses we had in a row was 9 games ago, okay? We are 10-4 in the playoffs. Calm the hell down. The sky is not falling, all right? Everybody in this thing, they say I'm really low. They say I'm really low, Q.
They said lower, they can hear you. Look like somebody they couldn't hear you. They can hear you now.
They can't hear.
Oh, they can hear
Girl,
you.
Tyra says she can't hear me. See, I told you it was a thing, bro.
Tyra says it's cool now. She says it's okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you, Tyra.
So I was just talking about Madge Prime was saying if we don't go to the Super Bowl, they need to run Payton out of town. And I'm like, man, this is the stuff I'll be talking about. Y'all can't just be running these people out of town because these are some of the most gifted players and coaches that in the NFL. And y'all like the sky is falling over 2 games. Yeah, it's 2 games in a row. Yeah, I hate losing the same way y'all hate losing. But in the words of Pops, you win some, then you lose some. But you get to fight another day. Huh? Calm down. Last 2 losses were 9 games ago. All right? These were the Super Bowl champions with all kind of weapons and artillery all over it. And we lost, and we played all for the first half. Drew Brees was rusty. The line wasn't doing too good. Man, we lost by 3 points to the Super Bowl champions. Calm the hell down, man. We lost Drew Brees poo. Not Drew Brees poo, and he there in the third. But you just asked for Drew Brees last week. This is what you wanted. And then, well, both of them poo. Well, how about you change teams then? Because we can't make you happy. Obviously, we can't make you happy, so I think you need to change teams. Because what we doing here, you just don't like. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry, bro. I don't understand this here. Why is everybody just ready to get rid of everybody? I'm looking at Mr. Jerry said Sean Payton, you get up out of here. And I know he's about to call up in here. I know you need to get up on. You can't get rid of him. No. They mad at dog, and they mad at Drew Brees. Drew Brees is rusty, dog. He was on the sideline for like a month. Some of y'all don't even be ready after a weekend to go back to work on Monday. And you worry about Drew Brees. He been sitting down for a month. Child, please.
Say, bro, I've often told you, bro. People can feel how they feel, bro. It's you hadn't had
you
enough,
feel how you feel.
But you have not had enough of Payton. That's why a lot of people sound like that.
Feel. I'm not saying you can't feel how you feel, but if I wake up and feel like blowing everybody's head off,
I don't know.
No, you can feel how you won't feel.
I don't
make it right.
But he's not saying blowing nobody's head off, Sway. Nah, Sway. People can critique the team, bro. That's a part of being.
You can critique. These people talking about fire him, and he roll out, and he poo, and what in the hell? I don't think. I saw one comment. I think it was I don't know who this was. I think it was the Truth. I think it was LMAO, the Truth Hurt. That boy said, I don't think we going nowhere this year. Are you serious?
They're just expressing themselves, man. They frustrated about how the team looking. God. Sway, bro, you sit up here, bro. You gotta open up. You gotta open up and look all the way around and what people saying, bro. Because I can hear the frustration.
Hold on. How am I not opening up to seeing somebody saying fire Sean Payton? That's open enough. What I gotta read?
What was the whole quote Madge said, bro? When you going on this rant about
to the Super Bowl, fire Sean Payton.
And you think that's wrong?
I'm sorry, no. I want to get him correct. If the Saints don't win the Super Bowl, run Sean Payton out of town. So maybe he was okay then. Maybe I need to read deep. Maybe he didn't say fire him. He just can't stand New Orleans no more.
That man did not say that. I'm looking at one of his quotes. He said, "It's been 11 years. It's Super Bowl or bust, Wade. You need to be slapped."
That's not the one I'm talking about.
1970 fan. The man been riding with the Saints since 1970. And you telling him.
I don't care if he was running with them boys from 1223 BC.
Bro,
I don't even care.
It's how I feel, man. It's been 11 years. Listen, Sway. Listen, stop getting in your feelings. The man just telling you how he feels.
I'm always in my feelings.
All right, well, Sway is in his feelings, man. Big ups to the family members in the chat. Much love to y'all. We going through a few little internet issues. I don't know what the hell going on, family. Y'all please deal with me on this. Be a little bit patient as we walk through this thing. We got the link in the chat for the family members who won't pop in and voice their concerns. We got Brother Jerry about to pop in next. We're going to bring Brother Jerry on the live stream. Brother Jerry, welcome to the show, bro.
What's going on, Big Q? What's going on, Swade?
How you doing, my friend?
Welcome.
Yes, sir. I am rocking with the sports coma with Big Q and the guys.
That's right.
That's right. Well, Talk New Orleans Saints.
That's right, bro. That's right, brother J.
All right, brother J. All right, brother J. I'm ready for you to run it about how the sky is falling.
Say, bro, can you not do that? Can you let people speak
I'm
their
talking to
minds?
brother J.
I understand what Suede is saying, but Suede, I'm feeling like Ricky Ricardo on I Love Lucy. Suede, you got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. Now you talk now Suede, I've been here now before I get into that. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do much on Sunday because after the game yesterday, I was too tired. I was stressed out. I had to call it a night. So I had to give me some sleep last night. I came back refreshed and ready to go. So shout out to everybody. I love each and every one of y'all. Who that to you? I love y'all. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Thank you, brother J. Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Now I got that out of the way. Now, Suede, now I've been hearing you for weeks saying, trust the Payton, trust the Payton, trust the Payton. Well, where was trust the Payton the last 2 games, bruh? Where was he?
Suede, answer that man.
That's right.
I'm listening.
What you mean that's right? Answer the question.
I couldn't hear. I told you I couldn't hear. It was going in and out. All I heard was trust the Payton.
Run it back to him, brother Jerry, because I think he playing games.
I said, Suede been talking about trust the Payton, trust the Payton, trust the Payton. Okay, where was Sean Payton the last 2 games? One against Philadelphia and the other one against Kansas City.
Answer that man, Suede.
All right, well, I'm like, well, you asked me a question. Let me answer that. We had a couple of disappointing seasons in the postseason. All right. I think we've learned our lessons. Our lesson this year. I think the closer we get towards the end, we don't open playbook, but we usually recycle some plays that we have earlier in the season and in mid-season, and use those to get by in our wins. All right. And with using those, I think we're doing a pretty decent job. But he really hasn't opened the playbook up until he doesn't want anything on film when we get to the postseason. When we get to the postseason, it'll be a whole different story.
Exactly. Because let me tell you something. Yesterday and last Sunday was the worst. I'm talking about you're talking about one of the worst weekends we had over the weekend. I mean, think about it. Carolina lost to Green Bay on Saturday night. We were pulling up for Carolina to beat Green Bay, so we have a slight chance to get that 1 seed. Mm-hmm. Then Sunday, the Falcons lost to the Yucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now we lost to the Chiefs yesterday. I mean, that's 3 bad things that happened in 1 weekend.
Right. Now you know how the man upstairs work, bro. When they look dark, they got light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, you about to be blessed, bro. Don't forget, we lost 3 straight games on our Super Bowl run.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I remember that. And I still ain't gonna forgive them Dallas Cowgirls for ruining the party. I'm still not gonna forgive them. As much as Dallas Cowgirls, I will never, ever forgive them. Ever.
I'll never forgive you for this.
That's why we've been facing them every year, because I want to get payback on those assholes.
Mm-hmm.
That's behind me. But on Sunday's game, what the hell really happened out there?
We were
talking about.
Go ahead, sir.
Now, Suede and Big Q. Now, Q. We talked about this on Friday night before Sunday's game.
Yes, sir.
Why in the hell? Why are we still throwing screen passes to Kamara and all these other players? Why?
You buying them wholesale, brother Jay? You heard the commercial. He got to get rid of them some kind of way.
Yes, I heard the commercial.
He buying them wholesale, bro. Did anybody count how many screens we ran yesterday? Did anybody count how many screens in the Great Saint Think Tank? Do anybody know really how many screens that Payton run yesterday? Do anybody know?
I'll let them answer that because I don't know myself.
I don't know how many they ran. I don't know. I know 2 of them worked though.
That other score wasn't a screen, Swade. The one to Latavius Murray. That wasn't a screen, bro.
No, you're talking about the one in Murray, yeah.
The one to Murray wasn't a screen.
No, that was when he was blocking and he just came off. That was what I'm talking about now, but there was another one. I could be wrong though, but I thought I remember 2.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on to the next one. What the hell was wrong with Thor?
Thor?
I'm talking about Azalone.
Right. He missed the touchdown fumble. Yeah.
It happened.
That man need to go.
Yeah, I know.
That man need to go, Big Q.
I agree, bro.
That dude should have. All the dude had to do was scoop the ball up with his arms.
He going anyway.
And that would have been touchdown before halftime instead of a safety.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, dude, what the hell?
Is everybody else here echo?
I don't hear anything, Swade. You hear the echo, okay. Brother Jay?
I hear your brother Jerry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's me. It's probably me. I don't know. Let me check something.
No, I don't hear you echoing. Do you hear echo, Jerry?
Hear echo.
Well, you do.
Might be you. I don't know, but
go ahead, bro. Just keep talking, bro.
Okay. Now we got that out the way.
Yeah.
I am sick and freaking tired of these goddamn referees fucking everything up. You already know where I'm going with this one, Q.
I got you.
I am sick and freaking tired of these damn zebras messing up our game plan. I hate that. I hate them. I just want to get a shotgun and shoot every one of them.
No.
He didn't mean that.
I told you y'all gonna feel a rat coming. I told you y'all gonna feel a rat coming for me. Cause I'm fired up. I'm like a loose cannon right now. I don't know why these referees hate our guts so much. We got to lose this game.
Speak, brother.
I just don't get it. I just don't freaking get it. I just don't.
Well,
all you and Q, we talked about this before. We talked about this before. Every time the Saints do a good drive on the field, okay, you do a nice little run play. What happened? Hold it. Okay, next play, a nice pass down the field, illegal shift. Offense. False start. On the defense, personal foul. Roughing the passer. Unnecessary roughness. Defense. Next thing you know, personal foul. Targeting. Defense. I'm like, oh my God. Are you... I don't get it, Q. I just don't get it. Why these flags? Why these freaking flags?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you said it with an echo too. Hey, you know it'd be the worst part, Mr. Jerry, when they make the calls, especially the dude that come in and say the penalty. It looked like it just may be me, but it looked like he just really don't like the Saints, bro. Like he really can't wait to get in the middle of the field and make this unnecessary penalty call.
Squad. It's a whole damn referee squad that I hate.
Oh, man.
And you know where it come from. And y'all, and who that nation in the chat, y'all know exactly where it come from. From there.
That's right. They said, who was that? Was that UQ that told me that Goodell was trying to get a GM job here or something? Where did I hear this before?
A GM
Hell
job?
to the no.
No. This was way before he would have been commissioner. And he was trying to get some. I heard this before somewhere. This was recently. And he was trying to get some kind of job here, and then he was denied. I got to do my research.
You know,
I
that's where you know,
I don't know about that
you
one,
know
Sway.
good and hell well that man is not going to get a job in New Orleans because everybody knows they hate his guts.
No.
Everybody knows that.
This was before everything. This was before he even became commissioner. This was like he was an intern or some crazy stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my homework and I'll give y'all the information when I find it.
Well, you look into that, but dude, I mean, it was just, I don't know, man. But I'm over my feelings with this, man. I'm just getting ready. I just want to win another game. That's all I wanted to do, Q. I want a game, but we can't get the job done with this damn play calling. They need to come up with better plays than this. I'm tired of these screen passes. I need something that will work. That's what I want.
Right.
Let me ask this. Do I need to take a head coaching job and make sure these plays work for me? Because I can do it than Sean Payton. And everybody talking about trust the Payton. No, blame the Payton because all this cute play calling shit ain't even working for us. That is not going to help you get to the next level, bruh.
Tell him again, Brother Jerry.
And yes, I'm happy we got the 2 seed, but now with this new playoff system, it's not going. We can't get a bye week now.
I hear you, Jerry. I'm gonna get to you later.
Listen, bro. Let Jerry talk, man.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish. We cannot see. I don't like this new playoff format they got out now. I don't. I just don't like it. I like the 1 and the 2 seed for the first round bye, and whoever come out the wild card, we play them next. Now you got the only 1 seed that have home field advantage and a first round bye. This is just kind of like with the NBA playoffs. You got 1 against 8, you got 2 against 7, you got 3 against 6, you got 4 against 5. That's the way it's working right now. And see with us, we can't have for instance, if the season ended on Sunday.
You got Arizona.
Okay, let's say look at your playoff formation. Look what you got. Okay, you got Green Bay sitting at number 1, getting the 1 seed. Okay, the Saints are number 2. Then you got the Saints. If they play the 7th team, it would be Arizona. If the 3rd team play the 6th, I think it's the Seahawks and the Buccaneers. And on the 4 and 5, I think it's the Washington football team. I would say the Redskins still. That's your that's your playoff chart right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to play the 7th seed in the playoffs, it would be Arizona. It would be Arizona right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you'll draw a tough Arizona club.
Yes, they are. And Seattle would play against Tampa Bay as the 3 versus the 6, and the Washington football team play against the Los Angeles Raiders. That's your 4 and 5. If the season ended on Sunday, that's what you got. Now the AFC, I don't know. NFC, I do.
Well, I mean, you looking at it, Brother Jay. Right now, the thing the Saints can do right now is when they got to win against Minnesota. And
all we got to do is clinch the division with that win.
That's the focus on, right? We can't focus on taking the number 1. I mean, you need a lot of help. You need Green Bay to lose a couple of games now for you to grab that.
And who Green Bay got on Sunday? Tennessee.
I think it is Tennessee they got. I'm gonna have to check.
I hope Tennessee go up. I hope Tennessee roll all over them with Derrick Henry. Put that stiff arm on the Packers.
It's gonna be a tough feat in it. Just being in the playoffs. Like I said before, we done had an opportunity we had the number 1 seed. This is the 2nd consecutive year as which we held the number 1 seed in our hands and then relinquished it to an inferior foe. The Philadelphia Eagles was and is an inferior foe to a Saint team. We should have mauled them. But it's a bit concerning that we did lose to this team, to the Philadelphia team. Not so much to the Kansas City Chiefs team. A lot of people predicted them beating the Saints. But although the Saints should have actually won this contest, to be honest with you, we lost a lot of points out there. And not to mention the referees taking stuff from you too. They took a touchdown off the board. You got it back right after they stole it from Taysom. The intercept by Marcus Williams, the first one that they didn't drop the penalty and call the penalty, still had away from you. So they were in there mischievously and conveniently at times throwing flags to try to stop you. They put 10 penalties up on you, and they don't think people paying attention understand that they're watching. I watch every game, and not one game this season did the opponent have more penalties than the Saints. There's not been one game, and we talking about you at home. And I often talk about home field advantage. I'm not one for home field, but such thing does exist. But you didn't get home field advantage. If people hit you with 10 penalties where he could have let that walk. You could have warned that man. Cam ain't one of those dudes where you need to throw him out the game. You could have went to him and said, listen, I'm going to throw you out. You do that next time. Cam is not that type of dude where you got to eject him for that type of stuff. But that just goes to show you that they were giving orders to stop you. And I keep telling people over and over again, did I not turn the alarm on for the Friday show and for the Sunday show as well, the preview? Yep. I turned the alarm on to let people know that with Tampa Bay Buccaneers, bro, winning that game, they got a lot of referee help in that game to beat the Falcons. And then they got referee help in this matchup to stop the Saints. They was doing it all out to try to stop you in this game. That's why I said you have to play above the referees. And you've been beating the referees this entire year. That's why you were able to get double-digit wins. We've been doing it over the last several, but we tend to play down to the level of our opposition. The Saints are a superior team to this Kansas City team. They are a superior team. A lot of people don't defend the Super Bowl champions. That's true. But listen, the Saints are Super Bowl defenders. They gave the blueprint on how to beat this team. What suffered us yesterday is the fact that we balanced enough to do anything. Our offense gave up 8 punts. We punted the ball 8 times. You're not going to beat anybody doing that. Then, it's just, we were just too stagnant at times. We'll roll and we'll stop. We'll roll and we'll stop. We had no sense of what we was doing yesterday. We were making, and we didn't get any rhythm. When we'll score, then we'll punt. We'll score, then we'll punt. We couldn't really get it all together. And it's a shame. And we were dealing with people. Mike wasn't there. Mike Thomas wasn't there. Andrews Payton, offensive line, not looking as great as they supposed to be looking.
We had some of our top players dropping balls.
You did have Jared Cook, was out there. He didn't look like he was supposed to look. I mean, you had a series of things that just didn't look right. And overall, did we use the correct game plan for this game? I feel like
we lost by 3.
Yeah, but still in all, the correct game plan would have mean that you won, Sway.
We lost by 3. That's what I'm saying. With all that going on.
I got you. And I'm with you. I agree with you on the point that with all that going on, I even fortified that point with the statistics early on. But all I'm saying is the correct game plan means that you end the game with a win, not a loss, whether it was by a half a point or 3 points. I'm saying we didn't have the correct game plan is what I'm saying. But Brother Jerry, go ahead. You got
that's an opinion.
It's an opinion. A correct game plan gets you a win. That's an opinion.
Right, because even if he would have did what you said that he would have done, and they would have still lost, they probably would have still lost. Who was anybody to say, if they would have did what I told them?
Hold on. I said the correct game plan ends with a win, and you disagree with that. That's what you're saying.
What is the correct game plan?
That's not the point. Stop distracting. Stop misdirecting.
What's distracting? You said the correct game plan.
I said no. I'm asking. No. Cut it out, Swade. And stop misdirecting. See, this is why you don't have no answers. When you talk about what? No. It's not. That's not a question. That's not the question. The question is, I'm asking you. I don't care what question you asking me. Yeah, you gonna ask me a question to answer my question to you. Well, what's the game plan? No. Listen, no. The correct game plan means that the correct game plan means you come out with the win. You disagree with that?
That don't mean that.
Is it yes or do you agree that a correct game plan gets a win? Yes or no?
I just
See this guy?
That does not mean that.
See.
That don't mean that.
See, it come back to trust the Payton with this man. There's always go back.
Don't mean that.
I asked him a simple question. Go ahead, brother J. I asked him a simple question. Go ahead, brother J.
Look. Just tell Sway 2 rushes. First down. 2 rushes, first down. That's all you got to do. Just to make it short and sweet.
Right. He ain't gonna listen to the point anyway. So why am I going there, right? All right, brother Jerry. But thank you for dropping that on us, my friend. Appreciate you. We got a few more people behind you. But brother Jerry, as always, thank you for dropping knowledge, bro.
That was good, brother Jerry.
All right, fellas. It's always a pleasure to come on here to. I had to unleash myself. It's like TSC Unleashed, bro. I had to come on here and I had to just let it out because it was like I said, it was stressing me on Sunday, but I'm glad I got it out of me on tonight.
Yes.
And it's gonna be some more later this week before the Sunday game. I mean, before the Friday game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's short turnaround, bro.
I'm still thinking it was Sunday.
Bro, it's Monday night, bro, and we got a short turnaround for Friday. So listen, it's gonna be exciting. The Saints got a lot coming up after this loss, and most certainly the black and gold don't want to make it 3 in a row. We got to fix it. So appreciate it, brother Jared, popping in, my man. Thank you.
Y'all, you're more than welcome, Big Q and Sway. And once again, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that. Yeah, Saints family, Sway. Happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Same to you, Big Q. And Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody that's in the chat. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you all and your families. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a blessed week on this Christmas week. And hopefully we'll have a big turnaround on Friday, on Christmas Day, when we face up against the Minnesota Vikings. I love each and every one of y'all. Once again, I love y'all so freaking much. Y'all don't know how much I love y'all because without y'all, it would be a lot difficult for me to come on here talking Saints football to y'all. So I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a great night. Y'all have a great week. And I will talk to y'all on the next time.
Brother Jay, and same to you, my friend. Who that, bro? Who that for life?
Who that for life? Y'all have a good night.
All right, peace to Brother Jay, man. Appreciate, man. Always great to hear from Brother Jerry, man. Popping in that thing, and what's that? People call it politician Sway. That's what the family members referring to you as. So politician
I
Sway.
just want to know what's the perfect game plan, the correct game plan.
But I just asked a simple question, sir. All the thing I said was to you is, wouldn't a correct game plan? The correct game plan means the game plan that gets you to win.
Correct game plan?
Okay, so let's move on to the next caller. We got Freddy, brother Freddy on the line. Freddy, welcome to the show, bro. What's going on?
Whoa there.
What's going on, Freddy? What's up, Freddy?
Man, I can't call it. Stephen A. Sway, what's happening?
Stephen A. Sway.
I'm all right, brother. I'm all right.
Yeah, I hear you back there. Yeah, but I'm in a somber mode, so I just want y'all to peep this game because I hear a lot of people in the chat and getting on the line acting like they don't know what time it is. So I'm gonna tell you. This is real tea from crop to cup.
You got our attention, brother.
All right. People want to know why it seems the referees hate us so much. Okay, out of 32 NFL teams, 29 of them have a Jewish owner, with the exceptions of the New Orleans Saints. Tom Benson was a good old boy. Jerry Jones of the Cowboys is a boy. The Cleveland Browns owner is a good old boy. And the Carolina Panthers owner is Arab. Okay, that's the first thing. When Roger Goodell, I think Q touched on it the other day. When Roger Goodell was putting his bid in for commissioner, Jerry Jones was adamantly against it. And we all know what the late Benson was on and how he felt.
Yep.
They never forgot that.
That must have been what I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first thing. Now, with that being said, the only way the Saints, the Cowboys, the Cleveland Browns, and the Panthers could actually have a successful season with no outside interference is to play a superior smart game. If you know that the refs are already against you, keep them out of the game. And you know how you do that? You play superior smart football. The key word being smart. Now I like Payton. Ain't too many Caucasian people I even express emotion for. So Payton is at fault for yesterday's loss, last week's loss. He is the head of the team. He ain't just a coach. He the head coach. His job is to have his team ready. All the experience he got, there's no way in hell the Saints should be punting 8 damn times in the game. We came out there cold as ice. I know Drew been hurt with cracked ribs and all of that, but he could have let Drew came in halftime and let Tyson kicked it off. Them first 15 scripted plays was horrible. It's the same old shit. How you gonna come try to beat the defending Super Bowl champs with your same play call from week 3? And again, ain't nobody to check Payton on that. So he just do what he want to do. I told people Sean Payton has a severe case of complacency. See, I'm tired of being hyped for the regular season, then get bounced out the playoffs first round. And it looked like we headed for another disappointing year. Same old.
Here we go.
Sway, let the man talk, bro. He just expressing himself, bro. Bro, Sway, let Freddy express himself, bro.
I'm watching the Bengals and the Steelers.
Bro, nobody cares about the Bengals and the Steelers. You only said that when Freddy got right to the part where you didn't like, then you started talking about, oh no, here we go. Then you gonna sit up there in front and say that you watch the Steelers and the Bengals? Politician Sway? Go ahead, brother Freddy.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Yeah, that's it. That's a Stephen A. Sway.
That's exactly what that is, bro.
That's all that is. But,
man. Over there fabricating stuff.
Look, the team we had last year was damn near equally as good, and we got bounced off the playoffs first round against the Minnesota Vikings at home with a dome full of Saints fans. Explain that.
We lost.
Who was the coach? Who was the coach, Wade? Who was the coach?
Sean Payton was the coach.
Okay.
Probably the coach. He was my coach.
Okay, now we're gonna back up another season. NFC Championship.
Bag it up.
What happened?
We lost.
And who was the coach that year?
Sean Payton was the coach.
Okay, 2017. Divisional round. Minnesota. Saints up by 1. 7 seconds left.
Yep.
Marcus Williams failed to tackle Taysom Diggs.
No. I ain't gonna let you do that if you ain't gonna say about the Rams lost too. We lost that one too. We lost the Minnesota one that you're talking about. We lost, and Sean Payton was the coach. We ain't gonna say why we lost.
Which one?
I ain't blaming on nobody else. We ain't blaming on nobody else because you saying Sean Payton lost.
Sean Payton fails his players for situations that determine the outcome of a game, which all three of these I just named resulted in playoff losses. Now that's three in a row. Now we'd have lost to the fucking Eagles. 3-8-1. Rookie quarterback. We made Jalen Hurts look like Michael Vick and Joe Montana mixed together.
Right.
And that shouldn't have happened because the Saints is a way superior team than the goddamn Eagles. So I can't blame the defense. I can't blame Taysom Hill. Mike Thomas should have waited. I mean, one player shouldn't destroy 60% of your offense. I mean, I want Mike out there, but he hurt, and we got these squad boys trying to play receiver off the practice field. It just, man, when we got Emmanuel Sanders, that man be open the whole game. But being right-handed, them ribs hurting over there. That 151 yarder he chucked, it took a lot out of him. And shit, Emmanuel ain't get the ball no more. And he stay open.
All right, I got it. I hear you.
He should have been he should have had his ass in a tub of ice, trying to freeze them together, man. He can give it up. He was the touchdown leader. Brady is evidently finna catch him in yardage because Brady just had 3-something against the Falcons yesterday. So he can't play for stats. He need to go on, get this ball under his belt and go out in glory, man. It's over with. We done blew it.
You know what, Mr. Jerry? I'm gonna tell it to you like this, man.
This spread is Stephen A. Wade.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. I don't like to lose as much as any of my, and I always remember we all want the same goal and we all have the same interests. All right. And that's the first thing. We all want to see our boys win and make it to the Super Bowl. We just have different feelings in the season. Right. We all have difference in the season about how to get there.
You know what my grandma?
Huh?
You know what my grandma used to tell me?
What's that?
It's always somebody's fault. Somebody.
It's always
Now-
somebody's fault.
Yeah,
Somebody gotta be the fault. Okay.
Yeah, now you don't want to blame Payton. Is it Payton? Is it Jeff Allen? Is it Mickey Loomis? Or is it Gary Benson? Whose fault is it?
Hold on. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the purchase of the Trusted Payton t-shirts, Clem. Shout out to who was that? Who was that? Q?
I'm not sure, bro. I forget. Hold on, it was Tim. Thank you, Tim, for your super chat, bro. We do have
got the Trusted Payton t-shirts.
How many units sold?
How many units sold? Hey,
that's a question, Trey.
I'm telling you, man, the Trusted Payton t-shirts.
No, how many you sold?
I'd rather not say.
I mean, I want to buy one, but I want to see what they're doing.
Because it's only for a certain few. It's only for a certain fraternity of people. You know what I'm saying? Trusted. You gotta keep trusting the faith, and that's what I was leading to earlier. We all have different ways on how to get there. I do. Huh?
So you deny this shit?
Nah. Illuminati, nah, bro. We don't need nothing else to be against them. Check this out. So I definitely feel, bro, this is the new season, and I understand, looking at how the offensive plays are being presented out into the game plan, and it's the same plays that got us through the week one, the first half of the year, which got us to 10. Right now, 10-4, which got us solidified in the playoff. There's a whole different play calling scheme going into the postseason that you don't want nobody to get film on. But you can't, hold on. You can't knock your boys before they get into the playoffs. Now, after they get in the playoffs and then they lose again, you're rolling and riding. But I can understand then you got to wait till next year you getting upset. Y'all ain't even wait till they got to the playoffs yet. And they in the playoffs.
That's true. But it's hurting our playoff standing.
I got you. Trust me, I feel you because I don't like to lose either. I was feeling bad yesterday, Mr. Jerry.
Look. Ask yourself this. Even though the Saints are equipped to play anywhere, do we really want to play in Green Bay this time of year?
Why not?
We are a dome team.
Man, Mr. Jerry, these people were not born in New Orleans. These people were born in different states.
Mr. Freddy, bro.
Don't fall for that. These people play the call in college. They play the call. Where they from? They used to that.
Swear, nobody buying that stuff you selling, bro. Nobody smelling, bro. Nobody buying that junk you selling, Fred Sanford.
Oh, you must get some understanding of what I'm saying. It's not just a dog playing team.
No, I get what. Hold on, Sway. I get what you're saying. Yeah, we drain and import players from everywhere. But your home stadium is what you're most familiar with. Your home crowd gets you hype and helps.
They ain't done no
I mean, 3,000 better than 20. You know what I'm talking about? So,
I feel you.
So if you had practice in 70 degrees. See, hold on. Let me tell you this here. This is what the Deflategate was about. It's easier to catch underinflated football in the cold versus a regulation add up ball in the cold. That ball hard. Tom Brady them knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing. That was professional cheating.
Them bastards.
You know what I'm saying? And Drew finna be 42 in January. He can't handle Jack Frost. He can't handle Jack Frost no more. He ain't no young man.
You see them joints gonna start locking up on him?
He ain't popping enough fish oil to slow that down. So, you know, I mean, I want us to beat the brakes off Minnesota just because I think they eliminated. I'm not for sure, but if we beat them, they out of there, and they'll be a great Christmas gift for all of us.
Yeah, you ain't
know
kidding.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't kidding at all. We get that, man. That'll be a big win for us. It'll seal the division and eliminate them at the same time.
I know. Now, Sway, while you on payroll, you tell him. You tell him I said it. I'm on Facebook. He can find me on Twitter or wherever, cause I ain't scared. I come see you. I don't do too much lip wrestling. Know what I'm talking about?
But you gonna come see you.
You tell him, open that playbook up and bag up.
Not till the postseason.
Take a look.
We don't want no film. They don't need no film on nothing we about to do.
We had Bell, Bush, and P.I. Thomas. That was a 3-head monster. It was unstoppable.
Yeah.
Implement that. and see, I ain't gonna lie. I thought Q was tripping about running the ball, and I went back and just thought about successful seasons we had. Man, we was hitting people up the gut. And when they don't respect Kamara no more, because they know he gonna catch a 3-yard pass, screen depot screen pass 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and so when you feel the running attack, you trying to concentrate on stopping it. Now you're vulnerable down the field. And we got a killer to the right, but ain't nobody throwing the ball because his arm hurting from chucking it 58 times. Now the shirt you should be promoting is, hey coach, run the damn ball. We ought to sell a couple of $100,000 of them. Talking about trust and Payton.
Trust the Payton, man. And Payton trust.
Oh no.
Man, if I catch, I'll be down there for Christmas. If I catch,
after we win the Super Bowl, I don't want to hear no, oh, you was righteous. Wait, no, I don't want to hear none of that.
You ain't gonna hear that. You ain't gonna hear that from none of us because we know we're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
hey,
you was right,
Sway, look here. If that happened, I'll wear that shirt butt naked.
That's all right. That's all right.
You only wear trust and Payton butt naked? I got ball on it.
I hear you, Mr. I got ball, man. I
want the newspaper clipping to say, man arrested Wayne only trusts Sean Payton T-shirt.
That's
What
right.
a Saints fan. What a Saints fan.
Get your ticket ready for Tampa. That's all I got to tell y'all. Get your ticket ready for Tampa.
We already know that, Swade. You ain't saying
the sky's
nothing.
not
We've been
falling.
saying we're going to the bowl.
The sky's not falling.
Thank you. Thank you, Chicken Little.
So I mean, I might be panicking too early, but I
That's
don't like how
right.
this shit look.
I know. You ain't supposed to like how it look. We did what we had to the playoffs. We in there. You notice when Drew Brees just did his interview, he said he never brought up getting the #1 playoffs. He never brought that up.
Yeah, okay.
He more interested in winning the division than getting the #1 spot in the playoffs.
I don't want the coach making us go for 2 in the first and second goddamn quarter, and we lose a point, and then we end up losing by a couple of points due to his foolishness.
Ain't nobody saying nothing. We did an onside kick in the Super Bowl. You know
It
why?
worked.
Because
it worked.
Right. But you gotta take risks like that sometimes. Because if you don't take the risk, then the answer always no.
I don't know. I think Payton got a lot of dandruff, and he don't need to be slapped up once or twice.
All right, Freddy. We got brother Trell behind you, my brother. I'm gonna give you the flow for your last your closing comments before we bring Trell in, bro.
All right, man. Some of this that I'm spitting at y'all is anxiety because I cannot afford to see us lose like we have in the fashion the last three years.
Yep.
And it really looks like it can happen again, and Lord, I want that. So maybe I'm jumping the gun. I want to trust my coach. But my granddad used to say, "Boy, you can't trust a white man." And I know I'm sorry. I know it sounds rough. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm gonna do it for you.
Thank you, Mr. Freddy. Hey,
yeah,
don't do it for us, bro. The WhoDatDaily family, do it for us.
Yeah, but I mean, you the main leader of the Trust of Payton campaign. You know what I'm talking about? So,
all right, that's it.
You know, I'm gonna be watching with my third eye, and I hollered you later on about this too. You heard me?
All right, Freddy.
All right, brother, man.
Thank you, brother.
Happy
Freddy.
holidays.
You be safe out there. Who that to you, bro?
Shout out to Big Q,
Thank
best
you,
platform on the web.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother Freddy, for chiming in with the report from Crop to Cup.
All right, who that?
That's brother Freddy, keeping it lively as usual. Thank you, brother Freddy, for chiming in. We're gonna bring in Trail to the building. Trail, how you doing, my friend?
What's going on, bro?
What's good with
Freddy
it,
alone.
Man.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Trail?
What up, President Swing? What's going on, man? And look, I don't know who manipulating who. You know what I'm saying? All I know is we just lost by 3 points to the Super Bowl champions. You know what I'm saying?
Bad.
We ain't play bad, man. Like I almost had my prediction come true. My boy almost had 2 picks yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Trail, you was on it, bro.
It almost happened just like I wanted
2
to
picks.
happen.
Actually, he got one. They stole one, the first one against him. They stole it away from him with a bad call, and the second one he just dropped it and he got hurt right after that. But he was in position to be the winner of the game now, bro.
And you know, it's just one of them things, man. Like, man, we went into this game, we not even 100% on no levels, and we just took this team. We just made this team give us all they had because we ain't had all we had. We was injured.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, we got.
You feeling?
Man, they got people manipulating the crowd and got them over here riled up for no reason. When you shouldn't, you're banged up. You ain't got the star quarterback. He hurt. Your star receiver was out. Your offensive line. I've been saying that offensive line been sucked for weeks. They all banged up. All you got is your defense right now. So if you go out there yesterday and you put a team up like that and made them fight like that, then man, you gotta kind of like, yeah, man, you supposed to be at that airport meeting that team with posters and signs and saying thank you, because you took them to the limit. You took them to the limit.
That's
they
my
already
dog,
expect
man.
that. They ain't expect. Now let's get to the part with the running, brother Q. I get the running game. Like last caller said with the three-headed monster. But they got to understand, so when you go back and look at stats, that stuff be misleading. Because sometimes you can run the ball when you already ahead and you just running the clock out. See, stats could be misleading. A lot of that could be misleading. Man, the Saints won that Super Bowl with defense. They didn't win it with no offense. They won that Super Bowl with defense. That defense was on point. Because in the Super Bowl, our offense was doing the same thing you do today. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. See, that stuff be misleading when they get to pulling the stats out. And then you talk about Sean Payton. Greg Williams should have had the statue in front of that Superdome. Greg Williams should have had that. He won the Super Bowl, not Sean Payton. But I ain't knocking Sean because Sean Payton did what he had to do. But the misleading part is the run. If you got an 8-man box, man, I don't care if you Derrick Henry, you not getting past that 8-man box. Now, I understand, Q, when you be saying balance it, though, because he do need to balance his offense when it comes to the run and the pass game. But then you got the people that just saying the only way we going to win if you run the ball. Man, did you see how many yards we ran for Green Bay and still lost that game? That's not the problem. The problem is turnovers. Drew lost the turnover when we was getting ready to make something happen. But before that, we kept going 3 and out. 3 and out. Then Drew Brees throw a pick. Now, you done got this team momentum over here with them now. They over there jumping on the sideline, cutting up. So guess what happened? Now you got to play from behind. So when we lost the Raiders, turnovers. When we lost the Green Bay, turnover. If you keep the turnovers down, and if you learn how to have, now Q, this is where I agree with you at. Learn how to call the right plays at the right time so you don't be going 3 and out. You don't have to, football is not hard. It's not hard. You don't have to do all this scientific. It's not hard. You don't have to worry about the referee. It's not hard. Football is not hard. We make it hard because you got a coach. I mean, man, I was watching Kansas City coach, man. That dude was doing all kind of trick plays. He couldn't beat us with straight football. You know what I'm saying? Trying all kind of little trickeries.
Well, he was tricking all day.
But Sean Payton, that's the kind of category you're supposed to be in, right?
That's Sean Payton thing.
That's his thing. Now, the screenplays, they work. They don't. Hey, listen, I seen the screenplays win Super Bowls for us, so I can't knock it. I seen the screenplays against the Arizona Cardinals and against the Minnesota Vikings. Them plays was working in Super Bowl run. I can't knock it. Now, today, maybe you don't have the right players for that. Maybe you don't have the right offensive line that can help the blocker for that. The scheming got everything got to kind of like mesh together. Like he can't change his philosophy. Remember, Q will take you back. Remember Les Miles with that LSU, and he kept running his old Flintstone football. All he want to do is run. Never want to pay, just run. And every time he tried, Alabama was putting up 40 on us, or they was barely. You gotta learn how to. Prime example, they bring Joe Brady down there with Ed Orgeron, and look how that whole offense looked different. Same thing, man. You gotta have the right scheme. You gotta have the right players. And we don't have the right players for what Sean Payton trying to do. You had Derrick Henderson back there. You have Robert Meacham back there. Boys was taking the top off. So guess what? We don't have them receivers right now. Them boys trash. I've been telling people Trey Corn should have been gone. That boy garbage, man. Then you gonna bring in Emmanuel Sanders like he for the save the world. Come on, man, stop. We got to get real receivers down there to help the dude. You don't have, first of all, that's your problem. You don't have no real receiver. So if I'm a defensive coordinator, you know what I'm gonna tell my team when I play against the Saints? Oh man, just give them all that. You could just the receivers. You ain't got to do no double, and they all trash. They self-check. You don't have to double them. Focus on the run. Just focus on the run. If you take the run away from the Saints, they don't have nothing. Because you had receivers yesterday dropping wide open passes. So it's y'all both made great points. You do, Black. I mean, Sway, you made good points. Q, you made good points. The family base made good points, but it's just simple football.
That's right.
You can't just expect to run the ball 50 times to think that's going to win the game. That's not going to win no. What if you down by 3 touchdowns? You going to keep running? But Q, I get what you saying when you say run the ball, because you mean being balanced with the run game. I don't think the fans understand what you really be saying when you say that, though, because they think you supposed to run the ball 100 times. That's going to win. That's not going to win. That's not going to win the game, because you, first of all, you don't even have no receivers outside of Michael Thomas that you can trust. You see what I'm saying? Then yesterday, I mean, you don't have Taysom Hill majority of the game because Winston was gone. So how much did that even play of impacting and Sean Payton game plan? Because now you don't have Taysom Hill in the game. You can't use him as that gadget player that much because you got to hope Drew don't get hurt. So his whole game plan changed from Wednesday or Thursday, whenever they announced that, from Wednesday to Thursday, that whole game plan had to change. So now you got to basically just go out there and suck it up. But man, listen, hey, Sean Payton,
get it off your chest, man.
Listen,
get it off your chest.
During the summer, man, I was one of the ones that was boycotting, saying, man, you can fire Sean Payton and you can still have a good year. You can still have a good year. But I'm going to say this year, I can't just blame all that on Sean Payton. Because I ain't lying, we've been injured since Mark Ingram was gone. Since that dude was hurt. The last 3-4 years, we've been losing too many players when they count. So when we look at how we look at it, and I know everybody be frustrated because you want your team to win, but man, we've been one of the most injury bug teams in the NFL, and we always lose players at a costly time when you really need them. When we beat Tampa Bay, man, we was fully loaded. Then here come Kansas City. You barely making it. You lose Mike Thomas with Green Bay. You barely make it. So if we just had the whole unit together, man, you don't know what the Saints probably could. That's why I was saying, man, the Saints should have just rest everybody from Kansas City to Minnesota to Carolina. They should have just rest everybody and just go into the playoffs healthy. Go into the playoffs healthy, man. Like, don't take chances trying to play these dudes. Go into the playoffs healthy. Because if you're trying to go, we just been putting Band-Aids on players for the last couple of years. Ain't getting us nowhere. It's just football, though. It's just common sense football. Yeah, I know we want to run the ball. Man, we ran the ball hella good against Green Bay. I'm talking about outrushed them and still lost the game. Yeah. We was doing that against the Raiders. But then guess what? Drew Brees threw a pick. Now you got to play catch. You got to play from behind now. So the run game only worked to a certain extent. It only worked to a certain extent. Then you got to look at it. Man, our offensive line ain't built to run. Man, I know we be looking at it and it seems like that sometimes. But, man, that run game be working because of Taysom Hill. But we don't really look at that stuff when he be making them big yards and then they get to put in the stats. So we ready for this. I mean, but how many of them yards was his gadget yards, though? You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things. But the Saints, man, Sean Payton got to do better. He got to do better as a play caller. He do. You know, he got to do way better. But at the same time, man, them boys injured. Them boys banged up. So you got to hope now that you can go into the playoffs healthy. You got to go in there healthy, because if you don't go in there, I would have started Taysom Hill against Kansas City. I think we had a bet, and I know people going to be all equal.
I ain't lying. I think
Taysom Hill had a better chance of winning this game, because you know why? Look how much grass was in front of you when you couldn't get them 3 and outs, and Drew Brees wasn't about to run that ball. Taysom would have ran, though.
I said that.
They would have adjusted that game plan for Taysom, though, bro. They would have brought them line back line of scrimmage. They know how to play Drew versus Taysom. They know how to play off for Drew because he's not a threat to run, like you said, Trell. But with Taysom, they know that there's running more so than there's passing.
And you do that, then what you do then? You leave the receivers and you leave people like Cook them wide open, though. So it worked both ways.
It does.
It worked both ways. But I mean, man, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even mad about that game yesterday when we lost that game. I said, man, because you go into this game, you already know you're injured. You already know you're hurt. You know what I'm saying? You already know all that. So the expectation shouldn't have been that high because, man, a lot of people thought we were going to lose by 30 points. Them boys didn't even get over the top on us with a 20. Did they even catch a 20, 30-yard bomb on us?
Biggest they did was 23 yards. We neutralized that.
All this crazy.
Man, defense, and that was the points we
then they had a 14-point lead.
They went up 14. Saints came back, and they showed the NFL how to deal with KC. If anything came out the game, the Saints neutralized that high explosive attack and turned them into pretty much a methodical team moving the ball up the field. The longest pass they threw was 23 yards. So you're correct on that.
I don't know, man. Sean Payton and New Orleans Saints, and they ain't finna get rid of no Sean Payton. Like you might well just go ahead and suck that up and just don't be a Saints fan no more, because Gail Benson is not getting rid of Sean Payton for no apparent reason. I'm talking about. I just don't see it happening, because first of all, when you do that, you got to realize what or who you finna go try to get as a coach, and who gonna be better than him as a coach. Who resume better than him as a coach? You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I think he do got to get his X's and O's together. You know what I'm saying? He do sometimes. Like a couple of them calls was questionable yesterday what he did, but I mean, to me, man, I ain't had no expectations, because man, we was hurt. Now let me play that team again. We full strength. I bet we're gonna be.
Oh yeah, big time.
Our defense. Man, our defense, like the defense is potent and is holding it. That's championship defense. Like I said, you can't keep going 3 and out. I'm telling you, I played cornerback. I played defensive back house. Man, you know how hard it is to run backwards at full speed? You got to have your legs. So if you keep going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, guess what's going to happen? The defensive back's tired. They tired now. Rest, you're not letting them breathe out there. They human beings at the end of the day. I don't care how much, they still human beings. They still gonna get tired.
Right.
So if you go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, you putting the defense in a bad position. Yep. Then we start saying the defense trash. Then we start calling, well, PJ Williams, I get it. He is trash. My boy Marcus ain't trash, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get out my boy Marcus. He ain't trash. You know what I'm saying? My boy ain't trash. My boy showed y'all yesterday what he could do. You know what I'm saying? He stepped up to the plate. He ain't do no clumsy or fumbling thing. So, you know what I'm saying? He's still my MVP.
He sprained his ankle?
Yeah, he ran. It looked like when he ran up for that interception, they kind of collided, though. That's kind of looked like what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, I think we're going to be all right, man. I think we're going to be all right. I just think we got to I think Sean Payton need to go ahead and just call it quits and say, look, we in the playoffs. Look, I ain't scared of Green Bay, man. If Taysom would have fumbled that ball, we could have beat Green Bay. I'm not scared of the Packers, man. I don't care where we play them at. I ain't scared of the Packers. Like, I ain't worried about no Packers. We went down there in Chicago for the playoffs the year before we won the Super Bowl. Man, we could have beat that team. But why? Yep. We didn't have Joe Horn. But we could have beat that team, though, in the cold. So I ain't looking at all that stuff in the snow. So I don't look at all that when they get to talking about the Saints, this and that. Man, I don't pay attention to all that kind of stuff. Man, the Saints could be any team in the NFL when they at their best. Don't go in limping any weather. Any weather, they could beat them boys, man. And we worried about them and not knowing the Saints, the Kansas City fan probably worried about us. Man, I hope they don't come back. Drew Brees back. Now, Drew Brees back.
Yep.
But we're going to be all right, man. I understand about the frustration, man. And then you don't like to lose and all that. But then you got to be real with it, too, though, man. Like, you got to be real. Like, you ain't coming in this game against the Super Bowl champions that got a high-powered octane offense, and you just let them boys beat you by 3 points, and you was injured. Man, we should be happy, man. We should be happy because you still left with your respect. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no analysts out there dissing the Saints, talking about this and that. The Saints still left with their respect.
They know they got into a fight that night. They knew they had a ball game that night. They ain't leave easily.
The boys here, Patrick Mahomes, and I guarantee he was in that ice tub. He probably ain't never even got in the ice tub. I bet you after last night he was in the ice tub. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Williams over there knocking big blooms on. Man, come on, man. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Now, the only team I would be worried about is Tampa Bay. That's the only team I'd be worried about because how we embarrassed them. Other than that, I ain't worried about no other team in the NFL right now. None, not one team.
Hey, Trey, bro, I appreciate it. I loved your call, bro. You said it with some real facts, bro. Thank you, bro. That was refreshing,
but it's for you. And like I said, brother Q ain't saying nothing wrong because what he's saying is 100% accurate too. Payton do got to get them play calls together. You know what I'm saying? Because it all got at the end of the day, it all got to go together like some gumbo. You got to have all that stuff in that pot together, and it all got to gel. The offense, the defense, the special team, everything got to play a part. The fan base, we got to be on one accord. Stop beefing with each other, fighting with each other, calling each other stupid. You know, we are one accord. And then we all, because if we, as the fan base, because the media only listening to the fan base, and then we over here saying, oh, Taysom trash. Oh, say they listening to us. So if we over here dissing our own team, then how you think they look at us? That's just like, I ain't gonna get too deep with that, but that's just like the white, and black race. And if we want respect, we dissing our own people. How we gonna expect somebody to love us if we don't love ourselves?
There you go, bro. Come on.
We gonna be out, man. We gonna be all right. We ain't gotta run the man. We got a high octane offense, and I know y'all want to run that ball, but we got a special unit too. Even if the running backs got to be receivers. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling y'all, man, I just got this feeling the Saints gonna end up winning the whole thing because so many people, they went through so much. They had so many people jumping out the train, jumping on the bandwagon, jumping out the bandwagon. And ain't nothing, like I said earlier, that team in that locker room, that matters. Man, we could say whatever we want. Yep. Them boys in that locker room, you seen what Drew Brees did with Jared Cook yesterday. Most tight ends would have did what? Man, get out my man. I won't you. If you read his lips when Drew was talking to him, he said, "My bad, my brother." You could read his lips when he told Drew that he didn't get out of line with Drew. Line with that man. That's a tight unit in that locker room. So as a fan base, we gotta be like that too. Yeah. We gonna be all right, man. We gonna get healthy. That's it. If we get healthy, because every year around this time of the season, we start banging up. We start getting injured. We start losing like key players. If we go into the playoffs, 100%, everybody healed up, man. We gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. The roof blew our head back in 2009, and the same thing. We jumped out the bandwagon. People were like, oh, these Saints trash, Saints garbage, and next thing you know, them boys win the playoffs with a whole swag and won that whole thing. When the world was against them boys won that whole thing. And yeah, the last 3 years, we could have won it. We say this and we say that. Man, Saints just got to be disciplined. That's it. Like straight up, you can't go into the playoffs throwing no picks or trying to gamble. Man, play disciplined football. Take some here. You got to learn how to take them baby hands. Take that ball. If I was Sean Payton, I'd make that dude carry a ball everywhere he go. Everywhere for the rest of the season, you gonna carry this football. And if I see you put it down, you're not playing. You're being careless. You're not playing. Like, straight up. But other than that, man, we're going to be good, man. We're going to be good, fellas. We're going to be all right.
Yes, sir.
Trell, bro, great commentary, bro. Appreciate you chiming in, my brother, and dropping that knowledge, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
We in it, man. We in it for the win. I appreciate y'all taking my call, bros. I'm going to get back in the chat and listen to the rest of the show.
All right, Trell. Who that to you?
Love, baby.
Who that,
Happy holidays.
Same to y'all, my man.
Peace. That's Trell Hatch, man, chiming in from Georgia.
Yeah.
My dog Trell in the beach of Trell.
Hey, hold on. Say, you want to say something?
Sure. Swade, you got the floor.
I'm reading in the chat, you know what I'm saying? And my man Jared talking about the show. He pretty sure Freddy sleep by now. But they talking about my man Freddy would say, bro, hey, y'all gonna lay off. Y'all gonna lay off my man Freddy. My man Freddy don't drink. He don't drink. All right.
Freddy, chime in the chat, Freddy. Let them know, bro, what time it is, man. Let them know, bro.
Jerry say you sleep about now, Freddy. Tell him that. Say, man, I'm not asleep. Tell him.
Oh, man, that's funny. All right, man. Big ups to the family members, man. Thank y'all for chiming in, man. Great calls. Trell, Brother Jerry, and the rest of the family members.
Oh, boy. Y'all
Freddy.
ain't no good, boy.
Freddie and the rest of the family member in it.
Look, this man Freddie, you know, doing his commentating, man, they putting up glasses of whiskey on the goddamn comments, dude.
How you know that's glasses of whiskey, bro? I see a glass.
It's like,
is that whiskey or beer, man?
There wasn't no tea. There wasn't no apple juice.
It looked like a beer mug.
There you go, Freddie. What's up, Freddie? I see you, man. That's my dog right now. brother, they better lay up off my brother.
Freddy says I'm as sober as a gopher. So y'all, what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the chat, man. Let's go to the chat and let's get some comments out the chat, Swade. Charles Winston, who that fam? He says, do we need to pick up Kenny Stills? I seen that article out there. Former wide receiver, Saints wide receiver. They traded away to Miami. Ended up getting traded to Houston. Houston cuts him. He is a free agent right now. He did like an article or something to that degree. Somebody sent me. I think GM Kev sent me an article like that. Thank you, GM Kev. I watched it. Swag fan. It looked like a beer mug from the Swag fan. But it's whiskey said. They agree with you, Swag fan said it's whiskey in that glass. All right. All right, but yeah, it's interesting, man. I'm not against the Kenny Stills signing. I don't know if Payton goes for it. He would be a necessary, a weapon to have. You hoping like a guy like Benny Fowler will help, but Benny Fowler's been shut down. Marquez Callaway's still on the injured list as well. So, and then Tommy Lee, Jawan Johnson, the next group of guys looked at, well, why not reach out and see if you can land Kenny Stills just for this season to help you out, because I don't know exactly what's the status of Kenny Fowler. 3 weeks you get Mike Thomas back, but you can still imagine having Emmanuel Sanders and then Kenny Stills there as well. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kenny Stills helps you out on the special teams too. So, I mean, a veteran slot man like that can go outside, play outside with all that experience, I wouldn't be against Charles. I think that's a good call. It's up to Sean Payton though, man. Once you get in his doghouse, man, it's tough. It's tough making it in.
Why would Kenny Stills be in Sean Payton's doghouse?
You need to go do the research on that. He traded Kenny Stills along with remember, it was a situation that was going on in the locker room, word on the street, and I really won't get up in there and comment on any of that.
Yeah, because Sean Payton, that's a locker room guy.
Yeah, right.
You got to make sure the locker room's straight.
Yeah. He does care about the locker room. I do give you that. And he traded Kenny Stills out there. He's seen him as a locker room issue. Now he could have changed his opinion on him, but I would be for a Kenny Stills sign. I really would. I would like to have him. He's a weapon and a definite upgrade over everything underneath Emmanuel Sanders. He's an upgrade there. He has the experience. He can do a lot for you. So I wouldn't be against that, Charles. Thank you for that, bro. All right, Dave Perez, who that to you, bro? He says Von Bell straight balling for the Bungles. All right, Tramal and the rest of the family members. And Freddy said he don't drink nothing but tea.
Straight up, from crop to cup.
Dave Perez says, hell no, Kenny Stills is a locker room drama player. There you go. Jerry says, when the Saints win or lose, we can all use a good laugh. That's right. That's what we hear. Get on here. Frustrated families can get on here and vent it, laugh. It kind of knocked the edge off, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being all grumpy and stuff like Swade used to be. All right. Kevin Conley says speed. Dave said he rubs people the wrong way. He had problems in New Orleans and Miami. Charles says, what did Kenny do in New Orleans?
Right, because I never knew he did something down here.
Right, it was something going on. Word on the street was something going on. A locker room issue with him and Kenny. And Payton ultimately decided to ship him out, trade him to Miami, and he was causing problems there. And then later on, the Saints did get rid of Vaccaro too. That's how he ended up in Tennessee. So I mean, Who
was the player that the Saints got rid of because he stole Deuce Wallet or something?
Who was that? That was El Bacano.
El Bacano. That was in the Payton era?
That was in the
Haslett. Or was that Haslett?
That was the Haslett era.
Okay. How NFL dude go steal another? How you gonna steal a dude wallet?
He said it was a joke.
Say, bro, you don't play with man money. There's three things you don't play with.
He said
food, his family, and his money.
He said it was a joke, and they didn't buy it, and the Saints got rid of him for it. They ain't find it too.
Hell
funny.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it either.
But just to answer your question, Charles, he had a problem. It was something going on with him and Kenny Vaccaro, and Sean Payton ultimately decided to move him. And then, of course, later on, they just didn't sign back Kenny Vaccaro. They let him go walk it right into free agency, and that's when he ended up taking that Tennessee deal. But that's what happened though. Taron Down says Saints versus the Chiefs 2021 Super Bowl. Run it back. That's what Taron's saying. Thank you, Taron. Who that to you? Hit the subscribe button, bro, if you're not a subscriber. All right. Cheers to my friend. All right. He says we're gonna see him. Robert says, what about Sanders? Is he waving his hands? What about Sanders? Is he waving his hands?
I don't know what they mean by that.
Yeah, Robert, you kind of break that down, my friend. Let me know what you mean. Ernest, what's up, Ernest? Who that to you? Says Saints receivers may not be top flight, but neither is our QB situation. Drew has experience and tough. Taysom has power. Sean isn't given. Jameis reps, so it is. It is. Thank you, Ernest. All right, Tara says, oh boy. Dave says Kenny Steele was causing drama among the players and coaches. That's why he got out of New Orleans. Miami ran him out because he was fighting with teammates and the GM and owner. Yep, and he must be
a complete asshole, huh?
It's two pro teams. The Saints had a good spot for Kenny Stills here. Then Payton got fed up with him, got rid of him to Miami. Miami shipped him out too. So I agree with what David is saying, man. Absolutely. Two teams shipping you out like that, and you're a talent, something going on, and then he's a free agent right now because Houston cut him. So, I mean, 3 teams got rid of your ass, and, something's up with that. So, I don't know, but people can change. But I know Sean Payton kind of hard on you. If you're in his doghouse, that's like Junior Gillette trying to make it back here. That's never going to happen. Swag fans.
Oh, that's a wrap. That's for them.
Right. Swag fans to protect the locker room environment. Jordan, what's up, Jordan Kenshin, says, the Saints are going to the Super Bowl, and I have a feeling that we will see the Chiefs again. Yeah, that was one of those, gauge you games. And then the Saints say, you know what, we could play with them dudes, man. If we would have scored on one of them 8 drives that we punted on, we would have, if they took
that.
You can say that. And I was looking at the numbers and I was saying, yeah, you know what, we should have lost this game a lot worse than what we lost it by. 92 plays. They ran 92 plays. They were 8 shy of 100 plays. And all they were able to do was beat you by 3 with 92 plays. And you ran 3 plays in the game? And that's the best they can do. So it was some stuff. The Saints needed some offense. Like you had Carolina that needed a defensive scoring. The Saints needed one of those possessions, one of those possessions that ended with a punt to end up with points. And that could have been several situations that occurred where the Saints had an opportunity to beat Kansas City. Remember, you can go back, Sway, to the Alex Anzalone situation where he had an opportunity to wrestle in that ball. Right, he wrestles in that ball. That's a touchdown. You're ahead in the game, right? Ultimately win if he does that. And of course, you look at the interceptions that we had an opportunity to do, and then of course the total foolishness of our offense at times. We had those 8 punts. If one of those would have ended in a touchdown, that's a win. So I think that's something you can learn from. It's nothing more you can do with it than look at the last 2 weeks of losses and say, damn, what do we need to do to get back on the winning side of things, And Trey make a great point. That running, you're right. And I do preach the balancement of running the ball and throwing the ball. And like I said, I think it's easier for the Saints to run the ball than it is throwing the ball because the Saints are such an abusive and strong, powerful running team. Even when the backup guys in there, the Saints handle business and they run the ball. And I think we need to add a little bit more to it, and then, yesterday, because
it's coming, just wait till the postseason. It's coming.
41 minutes, was with the Kansas City held the ball for 41 minutes.
And won by 3.
By 3.
That's another stat.
18 minutes the Saints had the ball.
41 minutes, dude. 41 minutes.
41 minutes, 92 plays. You threw for over 250, ran for 179, 32-28.
And won by 3.
29. 32-29, and that's what you did. So, like I said, one more possession our way shifts the game. But what's really more impressive is the fact that the Saints defense were on the field for 41 minutes and held this team to 28 points. That is really impressive for me to watch them do that. They were on the field 41 minutes because that offense of the Chiefs was out there for 41-18. The Saints defense was out there for 41 minutes of the game and held this team.
And half of that time, without Cam.
Well, he got threw out in the fourth, didn't he?
No, that was the second.
No.
Let me see. Hold on, I could be wrong.
Sway. You got thrown out toward the back end of the game.
You're right. It might be the third. You're right.
Yeah, but you still lost them in the critical times when you needed them. One of your best defenders. I get you on that.
Right.
But I mean, but like Swag Fan said, the Chiefs escaped New Orleans. I mean, I can agree with that because, like I said, it's the ineptitude of the offense at times to find the right measurements. We've been wrestling with this all season long, and we got to put it together. But the pressure's on, though, fam. We already secured a playoff situation, and like Drew Brees said on the other side of the broadcast early on, Drew said that the next move is to secure the division, which means you'll get that with the win over the Minnesota Vikings, who are currently 7-7. A win against the Vikings would eliminate the Vikings as well. And let me see. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. The Vikings are 6-8. Vikings is already eliminated, bro. I mean, if Arizona wins, yeah, they're trying to play spoiler because actually their hopes is not dashed yet because they could still sneak in as an 8-8 team based on what Arizona does. So Arizona got Philly up next. I mean, what is it? Let me see if I can see this right. Hold on. Yep. No, hold on. Philly, they had Philly this past week, and they beat Philly. Didn't they beat Philadelphia? The Vikings beat Philly. Didn't the Vikings beat Philadelphia? So
this weekend,
week 15. Hold on, I'll pull it up right now because I remember. Yeah, Jalen Hurts lost this game to the Vikings. I'll pull up the score right quick. But they're still in it. They still in the chance is on in Arizona. If Arizona, I think Arizona needs to win one more game and they'll eliminate Minnesota. You know, but they won't face them. We'll face them first, so we'll be done and eliminate them before they get a chance to get to them.
Minnesota played Chicago. What the hell was that?
They played Chicago. Yeah, they played the Bears. Okay, the Bears beat them. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
The Bears beat Minnesota.
Right, I'm looking at it right now. I don't know how I got that missed because Eagles, Philly took on the Cardinals, right? The Cardinals beat Philly, and they're 8. They beat Philadelphia, right? So, and Minnesota, they lost to the Bears, so they're 6-8, and the Bears are 7-7. But if you look at how the playoffs picture winds up,
right? See,
bro, if
it was like 6-8 and 7-7 and stuff like that, I could see, you know what I'm saying? I could see like, oh man, something got to change. But we like, man, we in the playoffs. Like one of the first teams to seal their fate, not seal their fate, but be sealed in the playoffs. And we 10-4.
10-4.
Like, calm down.
We're number 2 in the playoff race right now beneath the Packers. The Seahawks are 10-4, just like the Saints. So we gotta keep winning now. With a little cushion that we had, we kind of gave it away with the Eagles and the Chiefs losses, but we gotta beat the Vikings to stay ahead of the Seahawks. And the Chiefs, the Packers are 11-3 right now. And if the Packers fall out, the games that they got, it's an opportunity for you to climb in. But all you can do is control what you can do. So the best the Saints can do at this point is to win to keep winning to the playoffs start, and they'll finish 12. They'll finish 12-4 on the season. 12-4 on the season with wins over Minnesota and Carolina, the final 2 games of the regular season. And we're going to the playoffs at a 12-4 mark. We'll see if that's good enough to get past.
Would you be mad if they? Hell, would you be mad if they ended 10-6?
Would I be mad if they entered 10-6? I mean,
if they ended the season 10-6.
If they lose both the rest of the games, they're more than I mean, I wouldn't like that. I would expect you to at least be one of these teams, if not both of them, after losing. That means you're gonna lose. You lose 4 straight going into the playoffs. Sway. Of course, they're gonna be.
So you'll see.
I'm not gonna like it. No, hell no. No, I know I wouldn't like it if they lost the next 2 games. Of course I wouldn't. That means they'll finish 10-6. That's 4 straight losses going into the playoffs. That don't look good at all for mindset and mentality wise, confidence wise, is to lose to the Vikings
I
and the
agree with that.
Panthers. So
I can agree with that. I can see what you're saying. So, okay, I'm just saying, it's a possibility that these things may happen, but I just wouldn't panic. I wouldn't at all, not even a little bit.
no, I don't think nobody's panicking, bro. I think a lot of people's upset because the Saints are really doing it to themselves. We're better than the teams that we're losing to, and I think that's the frustration of the family base when people kind of get upset because we're not balanced. And then, of course, Sean Payton has a reputation of being a guy that throws more than he passes, and a lot of people want him to balance that off. A lot of people that like him to balance that off because that hurts you in certain games. So that's what they're saying, bro. And maybe you should be a little bit more lenient toward those people. They have an opinion that counts just like you and your trust the Payton stuff. Sway.
Hey, man. Listen, hold on. Let me get this together right quick. I love all my sports coma family. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I ain't gotta be lenient to nothing. I have my opinion. And I listen. I was minded individual.
Y'all hear this, dude? Y'all hear this guy? Y'all hear this guy?
And I agree. I agree with some things people be saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when Freddy started talking, oh Lord, here we go.
There you go. Exactly. Every time bring up boxing, white man got to bring up Rocky Marciano.
But why you got to do that?
Rocky Marciano was good. Huh?
Why you got to do that on Freddy? Freddy just was voicing his opinion, bro. I mean, come on.
But I'm the same dude. I'm the same dude that defended my brother Freddy when they said he was asleep. Freddy, you still there? I was defending my man Freddy. I said, leave my man Freddy alone. You know what I'm saying? We all bleed black and gold, man.
Ramsey,
Freddy, you there?
He there. Freddy ready. Steady Freddy, ready Freddy. You know how I go. Ramsey says, it's that's right. Hey Q, what keeps killing me with Sean Payton's play calling is when one of your running plays get you 5 or more yards, then you come with consecutive pass plays. I know and most people don't see that, man. They don't understand that it's a flaw in the design, but you only see the beneficial side of it, and the critiquing goes toward both positive and negative. Because if you see something you did really well, you're going to try to perfect it. If you see something you didn't do well, then you're going to see why you didn't do it well and it not working, and then you're going to go away from it. Because like Trell said, we've been doing screening. We've been running screens for years. Perhaps they've caught up with you to a degree. It's time to switch the game plan up, because that does happen. The coaches study you to a point where they figure you out, and you have to keep innovating and changing things to stay ahead, because you don't want to be outdated, the dinosaur that gets outdated because everybody found out, what the Saints are doing and are stopping them at doing it. So we have to keep innovating and keep it moving, man. We really do. So thank you for that, Ramsey. Appreciate you. Terrence says we got high expectations for our boys, though. Super Bowl or bust, bro. You can't get no higher than that. You straight up absolutely right, Tara. No doubt about it. It's Super Bowl or bust.
My dog Freddy said he in here like a thong on a big gun. He in here then. He all the way in there.
Jamal says regular season records mean nothing if a ring don't come with it. That's absolutely right. It's all for naught if you don't have the ring, man. What you doing it for? All right, Humbra says, hey, Sway, tell Freddy I need $5. I spot him for that chicken we smoked. He says, chicken we smoked last night.
What the hell? Baby, I got my
Trell says, that's even more reasons why you need a legit real receivers and not no practice squad receivers because of QB play. You're making my point. All right. Trell is cutting loose in the chat. Chelsea, I don't care what our record is as long as we make the playoffs.
Trell still spitting that truth.
Trell in there defending. Harold, who there, Harold? He says Chiefs versus the Saints Super Bowl 55 rematch. I can see that, bro. William says, here we go, Swade Duflarski. Swade Duflarski, trust the Payton. All right. Swag. All right. Swag fan says.
With that water.
Swag fans, I know that Dirty Birds are our arch rivals, but I absolutely cannot stand the Vikings. I'm a diehard Saints fan living in Minnesota and love giving the Vikings fans. I don't like them too often either, bro. We played them. We've been on the wrong side of the playoff victories as of late, but we're going to take care of business. We will eliminate them coming up on Christmas, so there are going to be a lot of unhappy Minnesota Vikings people come Christmas Day. You know, so get ready for that heartbreak. Appreciate it. Robert says, anything could be possible from injuries to C19. That's absolutely right. Brother Jerry says, great show. Tyra says, Blaxuede, LOL. Ernest says, Jerry Rice and Randy Moss would look suspect without QB situation. Mike T and AK occasionally drop questionable passes that may hit their hands. Occasionally drop questionable passes. Thank you, Ernest, dropping the knowledge. All right. Trey says, when was the last time we ran the ball 3 times in a row? You know, we don't often do that. Payton loves to throw it, though. Freddy says, I'm in here. All right, Humbra says, I honestly don't know where Freddy was going with that. Ernest says, Saints have a wide chasm of active QBs, and they will not give more likely balanced one any reps. All right, thank you, Ernest. Adrian says, to be honest, does it really matter what? Remember, Giants beat Patriots in the Super Bowl, and Pats was undefeated. Giants was the 5th wild card. Just a bit of history. Thank you, Adrian. And that's pretty good right there. Appreciate you dropping that knowledge. Trail says, nah, me, bro. Ramsey says, number 1 seed isn't so important because look at Baltimore last year. They had it and lost in the 2nd round. That's the point, Ramsey. Tell me about it. Breaking news, lines of ball, decline, extension. Yeah, I heard about that. We'll cover that on the Pelican postgame report. Yeah, his agent, who was Rich Paul, came out and said there won't be no rookie extension. You know, we're going to have a report on that on the Pelican postgame report. Thank you. Tell me about it, 504.
They put you in there, boy.
Tramal says, we have Johnny Cochran defended Payton. Talk about you, Swade. J-Rock says, if the Saints have everybody in the fold, especially with Michael Thomas and Deontay Harris, they beat the Chiefs. Thank you, J-Rock. Who that to you? Jordan said, is it possible, can I talk? He said, is it possible, can I talk you about this? Says Jordan. Jordan saying, can you get on the show? Jordan, there's a link in the chat, bro. You can pop up in there, hit the link, and it'll put you on.
Jordan.
Pop in there, bro. You can.
The Jordan.
All right.
Jordan Humphrey.
Ernest says the Giants game did follow Disney's wish upon a star. Swag fan says Saints going to catch fire. Yeah, with the last couple of games, we got incentive to do that, you know. And Ernest says with that Super Bowl run. Yeah, I got you on that, Giant. But that's the thing also with the black and gold too, Swade, that we looking at, man. We got 2 games, 2 losses. We got to fix it. So the Minnesota Vikings are in trouble because they got a pissed off Saint club that done dropped 2 in a row. You know, and I don't think people falling off the bandwagon, but they have to, I think people questioning that they should. Getting this close to the playoffs, you got to question what's going on with the team. And it's not just the loss, you lose in the games. Like, you know, you lose by 3 to a 4-8-1 Philadelphia team. You come back, you lose to the next week by 3 to the defending Super Bowl champions. So I think the Saints are doing enough to stay in the games, but you know, you right at middle, that's not good enough to execute to at least two or you know, 2 more drives. Take some of these drives where you punted 8 or 9 times. We got to come away with some points on these drives, man. We have to exclude the bad plays that's not working. Let's get these bad plays out of here. And I feel like, man, we got 2 games left. A lot of this should be figured out by now. And now you watch how the offense from Kansas City was doing yesterday. They were seamlessly throwing the ball and getting first downs because the Saints were backing up, giving them that. They weren't letting them throw in the past 23 yards, so they were more inclined to stop Tyreek Hill or slow him down, in which they did. They did a pretty good job of that, by the way. So we just need to convert more of these dysfunctional drives into points. That's what we need to do. I mean, even if you take 2 of the drives that we were punting on and we score, we win the game both times, both games. So I still say to a degree, a lot what's going on is on us as a team. And the offense is not, where we want it to be. Offensive line is struggling. The defense is doing all that it can do. Special teams are struggling right now. We just need to put it all together before the playoffs kick in 2 games from now. It's short weeks, quick turnaround, family. Friday is Christmas. Happy holidays to all out there, by the way. But you have that matchup
Sean
for Christmas.
He don't see the link.
Oh, he doesn't see it. Okay, Jordan. Hold on. We'll post it in there.
Yeah, he said he doesn't see it. Adrian says, do you think Hendrickson gonna be back for the playoffs? Well, Adrian, I did a research on stingers because I really wasn't sure what a stinger was. They said there's 3 categories of stingers. The first one, you will be back within 2 weeks for full recovery. I think they said the second one was like 6 months, and the third one would take a year for full recovery. So if he has a grade 1 stinger, then he should definitely be back for the playoffs, which would take 2 weeks to fully recover from. And a stinger is actually an injury, of course, in sports when you're being tackled and your arm goes one way and your head and neck goes the other way, and it damages a nerve. So that's what I found out about that. Now, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, when I don't really understand these things, Tramel, I Google, bro. It's the world of information out there. So, yeah, Dr. Suede, MD, you know what I'm saying? He definitely got the answer for y'all. Thank you.
All right, and appreciate you looking that up, Suede. Ramsey wants to know, did Sean Payton give you your screenplay out of the Burger King drive-thru yet?
Man, y'all joking? Y'all joking? I'm gonna pull off for y'all. Change y'all mind.
All right, so I think CT Crush said what's going on with Trey. Trey, he dealt with a stinger in the game, and like Suede said, the lowest grade takes 2 weeks to heal. So we'll see exactly what's going on at the other end of the day, man. So, but Cam will be extra pack pump for the game. Davenport might have to step up for a game or 2. I don't think if it's like we thinking it is, Wade, we might end up missing him because it's a short week anyway. So, I mean, you might be without Trey Hendrickson for 1 game against the Vikings, but Davenport gets an opportunity to get some late season work against the Minnesota Vikings offensive line. So Granderson would have to step his game up.
I agree. I think Trail said, we should just sit everybody out to the playoffs, man.
You gotta win.
If they have an injury,
you gotta win. You can't afford to do that at this point because you still gotta beat.
But we don't have to win. We don't have to win,
bro.
And
listen,
I understand you saying, it's a mind thing. You don't want to.
No, I'm saying you got to get this win against Minnesota because you still haven't locked up the division yet. You need to get the win to lock up the division. If you lose the next couple of games, like the league wants you to, and Tampa Bay wins out, there's a scenario where they can step in that division. I just want you to know that. There's a scenario, and people don't say, nah, ain't no way, Q. Well, if that wasn't the case, then won it already. The only one team for you to beat, that's Carolina, and they're already eliminated. Why they keeping the division away from you? You done beat everybody in it, except for an eliminated Carolina team, which you already beat them early on. But this shouldn't matter anyway, right? So how haven't you claimed the division? Because they're holding the division back because that's a scenario to play out where Tampa Bay can step in front of you and steal it from you. That's why you got to win out. And Sean Payton ain't gonna let his team go underneath the ground like that. He gonna step up and he under pressure now. He under the gun now with these 2 losses late in the season, which no coach don't want start losing games like this in the month of December, and you got playoff hopes. You don't want to lose games like this. I know what Pittsburgh looking at, how they starting to lose a bunch of games, but you really want to carry the momentum into the playoffs on a winning note. So, and I know the Saints want to get back on it. It's too many winners on that team to be saying we're going to be cool, we're going to sit down so we can be healthy. Ain't no way in the world it's going to happen. It's still business to take care of. Maybe if we clinch the division, so I mean, that's what it comes down to. But Dave says Carl Granderson looks more comfortable this year. He had a sack yesterday while was running around all over. He played Mahomes boys really good too. He's really athletic. Mahomes was trying to put the shake on him. He stayed in front of him. You know what I'm saying? And that was really a big move there. So I'm really proud of how Granderson's playing. We're gonna need him if Trey's not good to go. Jamal says Burger King need to stop giving people slave lines. David says Granderson is talented. Guy has size and speed. CT Crush, who that to you, fam? Says we got to win the division. Ernest says Saints have to secure the division first. Madge Prime says Q, you all right. Adrian says I have two. He says Adrian says I've had stingers 3 times in my life. All 3 times were grade 2, and I wasn't out of commission 6 months, a month at the most. Dude got football money, so he shouldn't be out that long. But good info, Sway. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate the commentary. William Dickinson says, yep, Q. Dave says, non-Tampa can't jump Saints. They hold tiebreaker. Bucks are wild card at best. So why you ain't tied? Why you ain't still win the division? Why didn't they give it to you? You swept the Bucks. Extra playoff position, that 7th seed they let in the playoffs was for the Bucks. All that was for they setting that stuff up. You should have clinched already. If this was last year, you would have clinched the division after the second win over Atlanta. You would have clinched. You know, I'm telling you, some crooked stuff going on. I seen some wild stuff happening in the NFL because we using traditional logic like I'm using, and I'm with you on that. But I'm telling you, watch and see how this stuff gonna play out, man. These people holding that back for a reason. The referees cheating you and helping Tampa for a reason. We're going to see how it all play, man. Like I told you, these people run afoul. Ramsey was disappointed because I was looking for Davenport to really step up yesterday. He didn't, especially when Cam got ejected. No, he didn't. He got broke down on one of the plays to do. He went right into the ground like a magnet was on his chest or something. I mean, he wasn't on his game yesterday either. CT Crush says we wouldn't beat Philly, then yeah. Ernest says numerically it's still possible if the Saints drop the next 2 games and the Bucks win. I'm trying to tell y'all something. People don't understand how crooked this is. Madge said the way we were kissing up to Mahomes was sickening. Humbra said it was more playing time because Cam was out, but I think Granderson can replace Cam. I think if Cam should be good to go, but if Trey can't go,
yeah, I don't understand this, man.
What you talking
about? I
about?
don't understand, bro. You know Cam Newton. I know Cam Newton, not personally, but we've seen this guy play, and we know what he's capable of. And like when he went, I thought he was about to shine. You are the Belichick, bro. Cam Newton is a beast. Well, he was a beast. But I think he's a beast. Why is he not succeeding, though? What's going on with the man? Is it because of the weapons that he has or had lack of in New England?
I don't.
Is it something where he's going through depression?
What Cam? What Cam are you talking about? Cam Newton?
I'm talking about Cam Newton, yeah, man.
Bro, where did I'm talking? Where you get Cam Newton from?
Because I came talking about Cam Newton.
That just popped in your head right when I was talking about Cam Jordan?
Yeah, that's how I do. Yeah, stuff popped in my head. I got an right there.
Okay, well, I mean, Cam, I don't know, Sway. A lot of people think he's not going to be the same, man. He had a supreme opportunity in New England. A couple of them games, he just didn't show up to what he was.
But they don't have talent, dude. They don't have talent.
But you got to make it. You got to win regardless, man. You got to be able to, whatever you got up there, you got to win with. There's no excuses. You're making too much money to be making excuses. And that's how people look at it. You got guys to catch the ball, right? Yeah, I got guys. They might not be no name. They might be big name guys, but you're going to have to take them no name wide receivers and turn them into NFL players. And see.
But we know him as being a beast. This dude has the top-notch potential, dude. We're talking Cam Newton, bro.
Cam Newton, bro, it's not the same guy. Swade, I kept telling you that. He ain't been the same. He hadn't been the same guy since the Saints bust his ass in that game. And when he got his ass busted in that game, he'd never been the same. That's why Carolina.
He wasn't the same guy. He was a different guy ever since he lost the Super Bowl to Peyton Manning, and he whined about it, and then he started dressing crazy and stuff, and he never been the same since.
What is
he used to dab and stuff?
What does his dressing attire got to do with it? And all of his Whitney Houston scars.
I'm just saying, he hasn't been the same since he started doing that. It's been a total different Cam Newton since he started doing that, since he lost the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, I'm glad we got James. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Let's go something else.
because I know it's a great fall from grace. People said his shoulder was the issue. They gave him opportunity. He went up there. They gave him a shot to start, and he couldn't make it work. They got eliminated this past weekend. So I mean, Carolina went with Teddy Bridgewater over Cam Newton. So what'd that tell you? So I mean, and that's not a disrespect to Teddy Bridgewater, but we can all admit that Cam is a lot more talented than Teddy Bridgewater, unless people don't think his mind on football like it is. People thinks he wants to sell Whitney Houston, dress and make Whitney Houston's crazy hats. I like Cam, but Cam is not on this earth. I don't know. He's a bit.
I don't want Jack Hambrough. I don't want Jack Hambrough comment. Hambrough said I jacked this comment because he was talking about Cam Jordan, and I started talking about Cam Newton. You gotta excuse my mind, Hambrough. It is some of the stuff pop up in my head sometimes. But go ahead. Y'all talking about Cam Jordan.
Ernest says COVID may still be on him as well. Gerswack Potter, who that to your fam, says, what's up with Smith? Smith? What's up with Smith? Traquan Smith? That's who you referring to, bro? Traquan Smith, if that's who you're referring to, Gerswack Potter, he's all right, man. He was thrown at 4 or 5, 2 balls, 2 catches, I want to say, yesterday. He wasn't no real big player in the game. Matter of fact, he had 4 catches in hold on here. Let me make sure I get the right one there. He had a few catches yesterday in that matchup. Let me get back to my statistical breakdown here on it, because I know Traquan Smith had a few catches in the game, I want to say. Let me get my stats up here. Give me just a second. I'll pull them up here for you, give you that information. Yeah, because Traquan was supposed to step in for him, and Drew Brees started the game, and he was definitely out of rhythm and out of sync in the matchup.
Man, Brees was rusty, man. He was a rusty Brees.
He was rusty. Traquan had 1 catch off of 2 targets for 25. He had 1 catch for 25 yards in the matchup yesterday. He was thrown at twice. He got 1 of the 2. So not much going on there with Traquan as well. So, all right, family, we're going to move on to, we got K. Scott on the line and Brother Jordan. So we're going to bring in K. Scott next. K. Scott, welcome to the show, fam. K. Scott, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing, brothers? How
doing good, bro. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, what's going on, sir?
Yes, sir, man. I wanted to call in yesterday, but wife needed that Q cheese, so I just give her that time. I said I'll give y'all a call tonight.
There you go.
Man, all I can say is what the game is, if Ken guard Mike would have been playing, we would have won that game. I believe we would have won that game because you could tell Drew Brees in the first half, he didn't have no chemistry with nobody else. But you always had that chemistry with Mike. And Mike would have did to Kansas City what Kelsey did to us. Those 7-8 yard passes, dog his way into the first down, that's what Mike would have did. That's what Mike would have did all the time. So, they had some funny business in the game. The crucial play in the game, the most crucial play when we missed out on that fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Oh man, bro, I was so bad, bro.
Bro, I was at the sports bar with 2 of my brothers from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Bro, it took me everything not to throw the chair through the window.
Oh, bro, for real.
Bro, I was like, yeah. Oh, bro.
Oh. For real, man, dude. And I understand it happens.
Love, bro.
Man, we needed that.
I was telling everybody at the sports, bro, I'm too old to be going through the emotions like this, man. This shit getting hard on my heart.
Yeah, but they'll bring you through the ringer,
bro. This shit getting hard on my heart right here, bro. I can't deal with this. But let me tell you something. No matter what they say, Mahomes is special. I seen that fool make some throws yesterday. Ain't no possible way in hell he should have got them throws in. But he was there, like the one he threw to who was that? To Hill. The one he threw to Hill with Gardner was on him.
Yeah.
That was through an eye through the needle. If Gardner would have Only reason Garner didn't jump because he did like even Shannon Sharp say he did not believe that he was gonna throw that ball because you see he had him covered. And he threw that ball right there. If Garner would have just put his hands out, the ball was deflected. Because Garner didn't put his hands up, that ball went right there. I said, oh my damn, bro, Lord.
Yeah, he's a pretty good quarterback, bro. He's a special talent.
No, bro,
gotta give him that.
He is a gift.
The way he just threw the ball, flick of the wrist side on.
And I was so pissed off at the referees what they did to Cam Jordan, bro. Oh, bro, that was he should not got ejected. He did not punch at that man. He punched it like he slapped his hands off. And boy, these people do not want New Orleans to win no type of way. They took away the first interception that we had with some bullcrap illegal touch. Even the announcers said, bro, just let that. It was like I could see if Jenkins stopped him from progression in his route, but slowed him down. He overthrew the man.
Right.
That was a clean interception. But wait, now the second one, if Williams would never knock knees with the other cornerback, that was a pick.
Right. That was a pick.
But the pick went in his home as soon as he hit his knees, and that hurt it. You could tell how the way he looked off the field. I was praying, I said, Lord, please don't let that boy tear up his knee. We cannot afford no serious injuries right now because we don't have even though Williams can make some ball in the play, he is a good cover safety. He will take chances and he will go pick that ball. I say right now we need everything we get. But that white boy Kelsey, he played bully ball yesterday.
Goddamn nerve.
Bro, he played bully ball yesterday. Soon if he caught the ball about 3 or 4 yards, he was gonna get another 3 or 4 yards after he bulldoze his way in there. He gonna make a first down, then they get close to it. And the referees, like I said, them zebra heads, them cheating bastards, them what you call it, the Vegas hitmen. They make sure they keep the spread tight.
Damn angel fish.
No, yeah, they make sure they keep the spread. They try to keep the spread tight. But we're gonna see them again in February. Write it down.
Yeah,
we're gonna see them again in February. We're gonna see them again in February. And Mahomes know that.
Right.
And Andy Reid know that. Andy Reid know that. Say, if we see them again in February, let me tell you something. They came with their best game, and we had them beat. And we was not at our best game.
Right.
Think about it. They came with their best game, and we was not at our best game, and we had a chance to beat them.
Now let me ask you this: I don't know if you seen did you see any of the commentators or analysts? Today on your first takes, did they say anything like that? They didn't give us our props or nothing.
They gonna never give us nothing. But like how Big Q say Skeletor and Skip Bayless, he showed us a little love. I ain't gonna lie. Skip Bayless showed us a little love. They switched it real quick. He didn't give us much love. He showed us a little love. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck you go from the Saints and Chiefs and start talking about fucking Tom Brady? How the hell you go to that? I'm trying to figure that out. How you do that?
I don't even go together.
That's nowhere near that. That's nowhere near that. And they're gonna talk about, they're gonna start down our defense because of what Jalen Hurts did. Let me tell you something. Jalen Hurts, that boy got speed. He a very, very smart player, and he very underrated. They don't get that boy nowhere in this problem. That's why old Sean Payton said I wanted to draft him that year. Eagles just took him first. Trust me, if we would have had Jalen Hurts, we would have never picked up Jameis Winston.
Hell no.
No, because Jalen Hurts, you can see it. That boy is a star. He see what he's doing. You saw what he done to Arizona yesterday, and they ain't got nowhere near the weapons that we got. Give him his weapons that we got right now.
Right, Jalen Hurts could be a good mixture between Drew and Taysom. He like Drew and Taysom put together.
Honestly, you know who he is? Drew and Taysom? Honestly, Jalen Hurts could be the next Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Easily.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like
Easily.
that. Yeah.
Easily. He's smart with the ball. He don't make stupid decisions. He run when he have to. He get down. He don't take unnecessary hits. And the boy got a rocket on his own.
Yeah.
And just like they did Russell Wilson, they underestimated that boy. They all of a sudden now he in MVP conversation every year.
Yeah.
Billy called still. Why you think that white boy wins talking about I'm not gonna be a backup? He knows it's over.
Mm-hmm.
You know he gonna never step on that field again unless Hurt get hurt. Unless Hurt get hurt. You know he gonna never step on that field again. But let's get back to our Saints. You know, let's get back to the this year's Super Bowl champion, our Saints. The Vikings better be ready. We're gonna stuff a mud hole in their ass. That's 2 games back to back. The first game was our fault against Philly. We underestimated that boy, and by the time we got into it, we dug a hole that we couldn't get out of. It was just too late. We dug a hole. The second game, we were missing some key weapons, and we just, we played against a great team.
Brees was rusty.
Yeah, Drew Brees was rusty. He rusted, and he didn't trust his quarterback. Think about it. The only receiver that he knew that he could trust out there was Sanders, and they double cover him. They did Sanders like we did Hill. They double covered that boy all the time. Cook act like he ready to retire.
For real, that dude like he don't care.
Bro, Cook like he ready to retire right now. Like any second, he just like damn, bro. If you ready to retire, let the white boy Trotman come in there and let him play. If you acting like that, bro, like he got alligator arms half the time, like he's come on, man. I need you to get that dog in you, bro. Bro, I need you to act like some dog. I need you to act like a straight dog right now.
For real.
But anyway, bro, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad y'all talked about Henderson. I'm glad he's doing better. Cam Jordan gonna come like a wild man next week. When I tell you, me and my partners said, bro, Cam tore up the damn locker room. They got lockers everywhere. People shit all over the goddamn locker. That fool mad. Boy, ain't no drinks nowhere in the pool, and they on the floor. Because you threw. Hey, I'm glad he just walked off the field. He walked off the field. He kept it professional. Because he knew that was some bullshit.
Right. And if he could do something else, they would put some more bullshit on it.
Yeah, that was straight bullshit right there. Come on, man. We see people smacking people's head and don't get no flags. You talking about, you see the offensive lineman grabbing his shirt. You say, you almost like, get your hands off me. He ain't punch him in his face. He didn't do nothing. He ain't spit out the man. He slapped his arm, get off and try to run for the play. And you going to throw a flag for that? Then you going to say he punched them and kicked them out?
But that's what we talking about, bro. It's like, yo, you claim you saw this punch, but you ain't see this dude hurt.
Yeah.
You should have saw the hole before you saw the so-called punch.
Bro, when you saw that play when Mahomes broke out for like about 30-something yards, you saw Kelsey chop block Granderson right in front of you.
Oh man, they ain't see it
right in front of you. What happened to the flag right there? I'm getting tired of that. I'm really getting tired of referees just actually coming against us. Like we get the most horrible plays at all time, and and put like this: every time the play is some bullshit about it, they won't show the replay.
Right. They don't never show the replay. Right. When you be like, yo, I gotta see that again. They just go to the next play.
Any play that's legit, they show the replay. But any play that you know is some bullshit on it, they won't show that replay. They won't show it at all.
You ain't lying, Mustafa.
Bro.
You got a point there, brother.
Bro, I know.
And they don't never play it. It's like it never existed.
No, bro, they try to hide it, bro. They try to hide it, bro. I'm like Big Q right now. I'm ready for the playoffs. We're gonna walk this team out. We're gonna walk out these 2 wins. We're gonna, instead of going out number 13-3, we're gonna go 12-4. Unless a miracle happens, I see us getting a 2 seed. That's it. That's all we're going to get that 2 seed. Now, I ain't going to much lie. If Green Bay better stop that goddamn sideboard called Derrick Henry. If Derrick Henry get rolling, a whole bunch of Green Bay players going to be on highlights, on Sports Center highlights. He going to step on the piss out of a whole bunch of people. That's one. Yeah, bro. If they better contain that ball, because if they start playing, if that Tennessee play bully ball over, it's over for Green Bay. That's gonna be the first loss, and they don't want to see Chicago. Chicago rolling right now.
Yeah.
So they have a good chance of losing both of these games back to back.
Yeah.
They have a good chance of back to back because if Tennessee start rolling and Derrick Henry punish that defense, Chicago gonna come right behind them and do it again.
Yeah.
So we have a chance with that one. Now, I don't know who Seattle played their last 2 games. I just don't know who Seattle played. Who Seattle played the last 2 games?
Let me see. Let me check that out. Because I was just looking at Seattle's. Hold on here. Pull that up. Their last matchup. Hold on. No, they had Washington this week. They beat the Washington team this week. Shit. Let me make sure here. I'm going to pull up their schedule.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Seattle.
They position. I know they position right behind the Saints in that.
Yeah.
They sticking close.
Oh, they're right there on our ass, bro. They're on our ass right there.
All right. So yeah, they beat Washington this week, 20-15. Shit. So Washington was leading NFC least, and then who their last 2 contests they have. Okay, they got matchups against the Rams on the 16th, week 16 and week 17 the Niners.
Oh, that.
So they got division games left.
Yeah. So you already know that's emotional. And the Rams is their biggest threat because the Rams trying to get in.
Rams just lost 2, so they're gonna be looking to get back.
Yes. So we might have some help. We can still get that number 1, but we might have some help. We gonna need some help.
Yeah. We're gonna need a lot of help.
Like I say, yeah. But like you always said, Big Q, if we would have handled our business last week,
wouldn't need that.
We won't be worried about this shit this week.
Right. That's my point. It's like we got to take care of business, man. We got to handle our own business, because leaving it to other teams to try to help you out, you're gonna be disappointed. Just like a lot of us when Atlanta lost to Tampa Bay.
Hey, bro, I'm with Atlanta, bro. You was up 17-0.
Bro. I went to work today, bro.
You can't count on them people,
bro. I went to work
today,
bro. And student faculty try to say, y'all almost pulled it out. I said, bro, I should kick y'all on y'all ass. Y'all sorry bastards had Tampa Bay ass beat. You gonna let this sorry son bitch do it to you again? That's twice he did it to you. That's twice. You did it in the Super Bowl, and he did it again in regular season. How you gonna, bro?
He knew what time it was. I can come back on you, boy.
He ain't worried about when he playing Atlanta. You probably told his team, just wait till the 3rd quarter. They're gonna fuck. Just wait till the 3rd quarter. Just wait till the 3rd quarter. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I had them. They had me down 20. They had me down 28-3. Don't worry about it. Wait till the 3rd quarter. They're gonna be all right.
Yeah, you can't count on them. They're a disaster.
Oh, that
man.
was ridiculous, bro.
Disaster. They had a lot of favorite calls in there to help out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, though, bro. So I mean,
they did.
They did.
They're gonna protect Flash Gordon, the savior of the universe. They're gonna protect him.
Right.
Flash Gordon, but I'm surprised they got a comic book about him right now. They trying to make him.
Give him a while. They'll put it together.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna do our thing, bro. I'm just waiting for the playoffs right now. I'm ready to get everything going.
Let's go.
NBA start tomorrow. Damn.
That's right.
NBA start tomorrow. But I love the way they moving it now, because I used to always hate that shit. I used to hate summertime because there's nothing going on. Nothing going on sometimes. Right. I'm not a baseball fan like that. Even though I like baseball, I like playing it. I can't watch no baseball game. That shit too boring. But now the NBA gonna go all the way from basically Christmas to like August. Then soon as NBA ends, football start again.
Oh, so we good.
Yes.
Oh, we ain't got no we ain't got no break like they usually have. That's all we need.
Because think about it.
That July, that June, July, August.
That's gonna be all that playoff run. That's gonna be the second half of the NBA season, starting the playoffs. And I think the finals gonna start I think the finals gonna start either the end of July or the beginning of August. Right when the preseason of.
Yeah, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like this.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Shout out to some Astros. Astros.
Hey, look, nobody want to hear about those cheating ass Astros. What they doing?
Right, it's me. I think she'll talk about a dog off the Jetsons. I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Well,
Scott, bro, it's always good chopping it up with you, man.
Yes, sir. Put it like this, bro. Let me tell you something. I love the way our defense came out there. Mahomes didn't know what to do. They was coming after him. I loved it. Every chance they got, they came after, and they touched him. Every time they got close to him, they touched him. They put a hit on him. They will say, bro, you would not have a comfortable game. You have to put some at your ass because you would not have a comfortable game, not this game.
No, he wasn't comfortable at all. He even had to go sit on the side and get a breather.
Oh yeah. Especially when he caught that. You remember when he threw that fumble? He caught that double hit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. He had to go sit down for a minute.
Bro.
He had to check his ribs.
That first hit pushed him into the second hit. I said, ooh.
Yeah.
I said, ooh.
I loved it.
Loved it. Well, I know you probably got some more people on there, man. I appreciate y'all giving me y'all time and y'all effort right now to talk to y'all, brother, to release some of this anger and something. But I'm glad that we all Saints loving it. We passionate, bro. And we're going to get back to Victory Sunday once again, bro. We had 2 weeks off. We had a little holiday break, a little unauthorized holiday break. But we're going to get back to Victory Sunday. Matter of fact, we're going to get back to Victory Sunday early on Christmas Day.
There you go.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir. Is you gonna open up the podcast there? Or you gonna do it that Saturday?
No, you talking about the show for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, the show we still in St. Central on Christmas, bro. We're gonna still be in the building.
Okay, all right. I would definitely understand. Family come first.
Right.
So I would definitely understand.
Right. We had a chance to kind of schedule everything out.
Who that said they gonna cheat them Saints? All right.
So goddamn zebra heads. That's what they gonna do to us, man. I ain't gonna bust loud, bro. Y'all stay safe, bro. Yeah, we gonna keep this thing rolling, man. I appreciate y'all, brothers. Love y'all much, man. And who that to you, baby.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Same to you, bro. You be safe out there, bro. Who that?
Brother.
Happy holiday, bro. Merry Christmas, bro. And talk to y'all next time.
All right, my friend. Peace out to you. Who that?
Who that?
All right, that was K. Scott chiming in, man. Much love to K. Scott in the building, man. And once again, man, I'd like to thank all the great family members for chiming in the stream tonight, man. We went 3.5 hours, man. We keep it real here on the Sports Coma. That's how we do. But I appreciate you guys for chiming in.
Come in here all late, man.
T Dirty, we about to end the stream, my friend.
So who that?
All right, fam. I thank all y'all for chiming in on the Sports Coma tonight. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Tim, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Appreciate you. Tim said, Q, we need a Trust the Payton shirt. We got one already ready for you there, Tim, my friend. It's at the Pro Shop. You can feel free to go there.
Waiting on you, Tim, bro. Get that, brother. You know what I'm saying? That Trust the Payton shirt, baby. Hot off the presses, my brother. Huh?
It's all good. T Dirty, who that to you, bro? But yeah, the Trust the Payton is available in white. It's available in black and pink for the ladies as well. Any colors. We got them from all kind of sizes. Also, the TSC Diehard BNG Snapback is available as well. And it's embroidered assemblage And of course, the other shirt, Trust Fundamental Football. So if you can't get with the Trust the Payton shirt, how about Trust Fundamental Footballs available in different colors as well. And the Pro Shop, we got a holiday sale going on up until the 31st of this month. So feel free out the Pro Shop. Remember, all purchases that happen at the Pro Shop, it goes out to helping fund the platform. So check out the Pro Shop. All right. And also to let the family members know about Pro Radio. That's right. Pro Radio is available as our alternative broadcasting system in case you too. We also have Vimeo and Twitch that we use as we're live streaming to those and Facebook as we speaking. But Pro Radio is our alternative as well that, go there and sign up. The link is in the description section below for Pro Radio. It's free to sign up, and plus it contains a lot of the old shows and current shows from the Sports Coma, the Pellet Ring Kings Boxing, Tough Tiger Talk are all available in audio form at the Pro Shop. We're also on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Castbox. We're all over the place. Wherever there are podcasts, the Pelican Post Game Report, Ring Kings Boxing, Tough Tiger Talk, the PRO Media Network family of broadcasts are in the building, so check it out. Also, family, I'd like to thank y'all, all of the great platform patrons who signed up for patreon.com and the families that are YouTube members. Thank y'all for y'all great support. It goes a long way in helping keeping the platform strong. And if you want to level up your support of the platform, please feel free to go to patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. The link is in the description section, and you can sign up to become a patron. As little as a month helps out the platform. Or if it's in your heart, there's several other donation tiers fitting on what's in your heart to give. But check it out at patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. And when you sign up to become a Patreon member, you get access to locked content that's available there. TSC Q&A Live, we do it every Tuesday after 6. We don't broadcast on this channel. We usually go on Patreon for Tuesday at 6. So if you want to join the show, there's over 30 TSC Q&A Lives that's available on Patreon. And also On Q with Big Q, which is a show where we talk about that real. We just did almost a 2-hour report on Saturday afternoon that's available, and plus over a dozen On Q with Big Q shows that was available. The family members who chimed in on that. But if you want access to that locked content, become a Patreon member and you'll have access to that as well. I'd like for stopping by on today's show. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all for showing up here. Sway, appreciate you stopping by, my friend, for the Monday recap, bro.
Hey,
Appreciate
bro. Hey, bro. You ain't gonna be talking about no appreciated. I live here.
All right. Sway say I appreciate that. And Ramsey says, hey, Q Andrus Pete need to change his name to Andrus Pete Moss, because he always on the ground. Oh, that's messed up, bro.
Is that cool?
That's cool. But listen, Andrus he's hurt, bro. He's hurt. And they need to set him down. I will agree with Trell and Swade in setting him down, because it don't benefit us to have Andrus Pete out there like that. I mean, obviously he's having ankle issues. He looked terrible the last 2 games. You need to set him down because it's not working. Let him get a couple of games off. Let him get rested for the playoff run. Andrus is definitely one of those Saints that need to take that time away.
That boy, Humbro call that boy Andrus Beat. That's a good one. Andrus Beat.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. But
Humbro said you need to get one of them Who That Said They Gonna Cheat Them Saints t-shirts.
Say it again.
Humbro said you need to make some Who That Said They Gonna Cheat Them Saints t-shirts. Who that said they gonna cheat them Saints?
Oh man, who that? You know, we gotta put that part on it. But then, yeah, we'll see. We go through that. That's pretty clever, man. I don't have my pen neck. Yeah, it is.
They put the referees. You gotta put the referees on the shirt.
With his hand up, like me, like I'm the one.
Oh, bro.
All right, who that said
they
gon' cheat them Saints?
Who that said they gonna cheat them Saints? Me.
And then the ref next to it with his hand up saying me. All right, I had that.
Oh man, look at that, bro. All our heads together, we form Captain Planet.
That's pretty good though. And Adrian says, yeah, with a big yellow flag on his shirt too. Thank you. All right, family. Appreciate y'all. Who that's all the family members jumping up in this thing. Jordan, big ups to your family. Good to see you as well. Thank you for being here, bro. CT Crush, Tyra, all the family members, JT, Abraham, all y'all, man. GM Kev, T Dirty, Farouk Obasi. What up, Farouk? Richard Kendall as well. Rich. All right. Who else it was? I thought I seen a Kansas City person popped in here. I hope nobody ran them off.
Kansas City?
Yeah,
New York City?
Yeah, we got Lavelle. Who that to you, Lavelle? Good to see you. Ernest, who that to you as well, my friend. Thank you for being here. Dave, big ups to you as well. I thought I had somebody in here that was a Kansas City man that flashed up. I hope nobody ain't ran him off. He's a cool Kansas City. This one of our family members that like listening to the show.
Richard Kendall?
I think it's Richard. Did somebody run him off?
That was Tyra.
Tyra ran the man off. He must
Tyra got him on out of here.
He must have said something there. Yeah, Tyra must have spanked him on something. He must have said something disrespectful. Big ups to you, my baby.
Because he's from Kansas City. All they know is Chiefs and barbecue.
They know what?
All they know is the Chiefs and barbecue and the Royals.
Yeah. But big ups to the rest of the family members. Appreciate y'all, man, for being here. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all. Please hit the like button. If you aren't a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe. Thank all the super chatters. Thank you, Tim, for your super chat family. Thank all the rest of the family members for chiming in today. Much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Oh, he says he deleted his message, Big Q. Okay, thank you. All right. Yep. It's all good.
Man, Tyra put that work on him. Look,
hey, I ain't mad.
I had to put that wrench on him. I told you. She got that boy together.
Well, listen, bro, I tries to warn them, bro. We got some heavy-handed moderators around here, man. So just kind of, and listen, they don't just come out shooting first. They'll shoot across the bow of your ship and say, man, listen, you're too close. And then they just keep on, you're too close. And then the next shot is in the ship and they go into the bottom of the ocean. That's how they do it. They don't just shoot at your ship. They'll let you fire one across the...
Say, bro, I don't know. Hey, Q, I don't know if you saw it. She ain't even send no warning shot. She hit the button. Bam! She went straight in the boat with it, dude. She a whole monster. Straight to the boat.
Sunk him to the bottom with one shot. Boom!
One shot. She didn't give him no warning.
No warnings. Oh, man.
No warning. They came with that food. What's up, Ramsey Wall, man?
All right, big ups to the family members. Thank y'all for being here, man. I appreciate y'all. Listen, there won't be a show tomorrow, family, unless you are on our Patreon. So feel free to join the Patreon show TSC Q&A live. We do it at after 6 o'clock on Patreon. So please feel free to join up to get the show tomorrow. We do our hater skits, which we'll cover articles and video. Actually, it's from some of the haters out there. We do our hater skit. We also cover the news and notes of the day. And plus we open up the lines as communications as well. And we have really detailed talk. So if you want to be a part of the TSC Q&A live, join our Patreon, patreon.com/Pro Media Network. Link in the chat. Link. Sway, final word, bro.
My final word for the day is most of y'all got a PhD. That's a Payton hating degree. All right? And I'm out of here.
A Payton hating degree. That is. That's what you do with the last saying, bro. That's what you throw some crap like that at the people.
That's right.
Okay, well, there you go. Shit, he said that's right. All right, the rest of the family members, thank y'all for being here, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for all that y'all do. And we'll see y'all later. Peace. And we out. Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, Who Dat Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.